You're now tuned into the Apartment 5B podcast, where we chop it up about hip-hop, R&B, sports, love and life. Hosted by Kill.
What's good? You into Apartment 5B, hosted by your man Kill. I got my squad with me in effect as always. I got my sister, host extraordinaire of our Twitter Spaces, Porsche. What's going on, miss?
Not a whole lot. It's so good to be here. I've missed a couple of weeks, and I'm just so happy to see you guys and be here and chop it up with you. So nice.
All right, no doubt. Be the loan closer down there in ATL, man. Them Hawks getting ready, huh?
Yeah, man. I'm excited, bruh. They need to fire whoever's over the marketing, though, man. They put the calendar out yesterday, and it's embarrassing. I'm gonna send y'all the ad they did. It's like caricature blackface almost, man. But anyway, yeah, glad to be here.
No doubt. My bro, JR, the R&B guru. What's going on, fam?
What's up? Good to be back, man. You know, I missed 2 shows, so it's good to be back.
Yeah, I said that. I was like, y'all missed 2 shows. Feel like I ain't seen y'all in a year. So, you know what I mean? My man Gadget, what's going on? Scratch Mag, what's going on, baby?
What's happening? Back again. I am so glad to be back from last week. I didn't get killed. So,
Yo, Porsche, when I reached out to Gadget, he was like, sure, I'm free, but who the fuck are we going to piss off this time? Like what? Who are we pissing off this week, man?
Honestly, and it's so good to see Gadget. I haven't seen him in a while.
I know, it's nice to see you. You know, we gonna get some great comments. Hopefully, no more Jimmy the Greek comments. But all right.
Again, reading and comprehending are 2 entirely different things, y'all. This is Twitter we're talking about. And I got my bro Eddie out of LA. What's going on, good brother?
Yeah, man. I feel like just like everyone else, man. I've missed a few shows. You know, had some family obligations and stuff, but. It's like a big family reunion, it feels like.
Eddie.
I like that Black Star shirt.
Oh, thank you.
No doubt. You all know me. Let's jump right into it. This is an easy lifting show. Shouldn't be no controversy, but I mean, again, it's me. And here's one thing I want to say to everybody out there watching. I do not have wild or hot takes. To me, the definition of that is somebody who just says some crazy shit to start some shit. Trust and believe. Everything that I say, I firmly believe to my soul. I am never anywhere trying to get no more followers. No wild takes do not exist for me. I've never in my life just been that fool. Like,
oh no, you had a wild take this week.
Who was the wild take? The wild takes though.
Hold tight. Again, the definition of wild take to me is I don't believe this. I'm just saying some shit for the fuck of it. Like, no, I firmly believe what I say. If I may come back later on and say I was wrong, but at that time and place, I truly, humbly believe whatever I'm saying. If I say fill in the blank is not that dope, I humbly believe it at that time. Now, I may come back and say I was wrong, but to me, a wild take is just somebody who just like, you know what? Fuck it, Rakim is overrated. Just to start some shit on the timeline. Like, that's not me. So if I say something, it's like Big said, if I said it, I meant it. Like, dead ass. So, but what would have been my wild take this week, Ash?
Outkast is wildly better than Tribe.
Oh, okay. We can talk about that. We can talk about that. Then maybe time at the end of the show. I don't know if I said.
I understand.
I don't know if I said.
He didn't say.
Yeah, I didn't say wildly. See, this is what people do. Like, don't answer words. I don't think I said wildly. I think I said somebody asked me who is doper, Tribe or Cast, and I said I'm gonna take Cast because I feel like both of them are better MCs. I believe Big Boy and Dre are hands down. Now I will say that hands down better than Tip and Fife as far as MCs.
They are,
and I like their discography better because to me Tribe is only 2 albums. Like all niggas talk about is Low End and Midnight. That's it. I've never seen nobody capping for Peoples, the Love Movement. What you say, bro? Yeah,
I count for Peoples, but not love after the first 3, and then you down that hill by yourself.
Right. So to me, with Outkast, I'm good with all 5 albums. And again, like I said on the Twitter Spaces, I'm one of the few people. I love being by myself. That shit is like a turn on to me. That I'm by myself and nobody else. I like that shit when the new Shattered Backboards came out, people was like, yo, those are whack. I was like, bet, I'm gonna be the only one with them. Like, I like that shit when I'm the only one. So yeah, I do think Cast, put me on a deserted island, I'm taking Cast discography over Tribe's any day and every day. Now again, I always say this, I'm sure I'm in the minority. I'm sure I am, because folk love Tribe, but when you really think about it, it's only those 2 albums. What I love about Cast, what's everybody's favorite Cast album? Some people say Southern, some people say ATL, some people say Equimini. You don't get that with Tribe. It's either Low End or Midnight. It's
but
just
nobody
very
ever says
simple.
Speaker Box.
You don't have to, but you just
Well, you know what? But here's the wild part. I know people. I've had people say all 5, not Speaker Box, but Love Below. So I'll give you that. But I'm just saying with Tribe, there's only 2 albums people talk about. I will give me a Tribe Called Quest diehard fan, and I bet you they can't name me 5 songs off of Peoples.
Yeah,
just off the top. But again, you like Peoples.
Yeah.
Like you just said, you fuck with people.
Right.
But the average person can verse from the Abstract, but a Sky Pager. We can name all them shits off those 2 songs. But again, it's not a wild take, because I mean, again, and it's just my opinion, I think fucking Big and Dre rhyme circles around Tip and Fife. Personally, like on a lyrical standpoint, circles.
I don't even think you're going out on a limb to say that, though.
I'm going out on a limb to say that with East Coast hip hop Twitter, because there was some dude in Tones Mention talking about, well, Outkast is more R&B-ish. I don't even consider them hip hop.
Wait,
so,
what?
It was some boy on again. It's hip hop Twitter. Everybody's in the mall at the same time. You know what I mean? So again, you know what I mean? And again, here's the thing: what I realized, that a lot of people don't want to say what's against the grain. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly don't think there are a lot of people who are like me, who don't mind saying how they feel and that not being the popular opinion. And what's crazy is because every time I start some shit, I'm like, yo, I'm about to lose 200 followers. I literally am averaging like 50 to 100 new followers every week, which is crazy to fuck to me. But what it shows me is after Twitter Spaces, Porsche, you know how many people DM me like, yo, OG, I agree with you 100% about Thought. I just don't feel like saying that shit on the timeline and having to go back and forth with people. That's really what it is. A lot of the crazy shit I say, a lot of people agree with, but they just don't feel like getting on the timeline and arguing with people.
I've gotten those DMs too about
Yeah, and I mean, we did that on Tuesday. Niggas is still hitting me today about Thought. Like, yo, OG, I agree with you. Like, one boy even said, he was like, yo, and I agree with this. And we won't belabor this, everybody who's at home watching. We're getting to the topic. But he was like, yo, truth be told, Thought's verses nowadays are interchangeable. He was like, you could take the first verse from any of those songs, mix it with the second verse, and mix it with the third verse from the first Streams of Consciousness. You wouldn't even know the goddamn difference. And I'm like, you know what? You are absolutely fucking right. You can't take the first, you can't take Clones with Desperate Concerto and mix it with a towel. You'd be like, yo, that ain't what you talk, because he's just rhyming. But neither here nor there. Everybody out there, again, go get it. If you want a cat form, go buy it. Okay? Go buy it. It's a dope CD.
I was waiting for this.
It actually has liner notes in it, everybody. Like, this is an old school CD. It has the liner notes where it was recorded with a sample. I haven't felt a CD like this in years. So, for all the people who love this album so much, because again, I give it a 3.5. And if I'm giving it a 3.5 and I own it, then everybody out there who thinks it's better should definitely have their copy by now. But neither here nor there.
Let me also say, before anybody say nothing, I know you see the Outkast. Right under the Outkast is the Tribe. So miss me with all that.
Yeah, and again, at the end of the day, dog, it's literally nothing but opinions. Like I was saying on the Twitter Spaces, I sent one of my homeboys to Delisandros. Y'all know I love Delisandros. Everybody else in there loves it. JR, you've been. My man said, yo, can I win? I don't like the way they season they meat. I wasn't really feeling it. I'm like, damn, bro. I apologize, man. I'm sorry I sent you.
Somebody told you they didn't like it?
Yeah. Yo, one of my best friends, Naomi's godfather, said he did not like it. And I'm like, you know what, bro? I apologize, man. I'm sorry that I sent you somewhere and the food wasn't good. That's how we have to react to me when something like that is on hip hop Twitter. I'm not like, nigga, you motherfucking crazy. You know how many people I see Del Santos? Motherfucker, everybody loves Del Santos. What you talking about? Motherfucker, I see you back there with the salt and pepper mustard. Like, I'm apologetic at this point because I'm like, bro, damn, like I sent you somewhere and you didn't enjoy it. Like, bro, if you want, I'll cash app you money for the steak because I feel bad. Like, that's where we have to grow to with hip hop takes. Like, if you don't like it, I'm like, oh, your taste buds fucked up, nigga. You know how many people out there sit to Dallas? I got 5 niggas a week go from Brooklyn to fucking Philly every day to get a cheesesteak. Like, Vegas went, that nigga was like, yo, kill this. Again, it's not about how many people like it. My man didn't like it, and I felt bad. Like, damn, I ain't mean to waste your time. And you know me and my calories. The last thing I want to do is waste a nigga calories on a bad cheesesteak. So I'm like, damn, bro, my fault, and I'm sorry that you didn't enjoy it. I wish we could be like that with hip hop, and it's like, damn, you know, or whatever. But I will say this about Thought, and I'll end this on this. I think I've tapped out. I think I've tapped out on Thought. Just not in terms of the argument, but Thought just doesn't make music for me. So I think this is like my last Black Thought album that I'll be listening to because I feel like what happens is every album comes out and I'm like, you still don't rap about shit. And people are like, well, Kill, you know you don't rap about shit. So why do you keep going back? And I understand that. It's like a restaurant. Why am I going to keep going back to Red Lobster? And I'm like, y'all don't give me enough shrimp scampi for my fucking $24.95. But Kill, you keep going back every month you go back. So eventually it becomes my fault. So this isn't even Thought's fault anymore because he has proven through 4 solo albums he does not meet my requirement of what I enjoy from hip hop anymore. So let me just tap out. It's like the person who's like, yo, my church don't do this, my church don't do that, my church don't do this, my church don't do. Well, maybe it's time for you to leave the church then and find another church that does all the things that you're asking for. So I'm gonna tap out with Thought. I'm gonna leave it there. But this week's show, through all of that, it's an easy show. It is literally 5 of your favorite MCs, not your GOAT MCs, just your favorite MCs. This is where my man, or singers and singers. I have both. If you want to do both, you're just your favorite. And you know, what are your 5 favorite songs from them? And what I have asked people to kind of expand on that. Like we know JR loves Mary J. Blige and SWV. You know, we know that. We know Porsche loves Pete Rock and CL Smooth. So, you know, kind of stay away from them. If you do, like, you know, that's cool. But like, I would love, because you guys are family. I've known you all for so long that it's kind of like, I want to be surprised. Like, oh shit, I didn't know you like such and such. Oh, me too. So that's what the show's about. Porsche, why don't you set us off? Who is one of your 5 favorite MCs and or singers? And what are your 5 favorite songs?
Okay, I'm going to start off with, I have singers on my list, but I'm going to start off with hip hop. I'm going to go with the Jizza. I don't think any of mine are like out of the ordinary. I think it's pretty like, you know, yeah, we knew Portia like so-and-so, but I'm going to say the Jizza. He is on my top 10. And my 5 favorites from him are Shadowboxing, Beneath the Surface, Liquid Swords, Luminol. But why I love these songs is because like Shadowboxing, for example, like he pairs with Method Man. The way they start that track off, the way the beat drops, the way they just kind of, the chemistry, all of that is just so enjoyable to listen to. I absolutely love it. And same with Liquid Swords. To me, Liquid Swords starts off the album, and it's one of the best starter tracks of any album ever. The Shogun Assassin clip at the beginning, all of that. It's just amazing. I love the incorporation. It just makes sense with the album as it is. And then Beneath the Surface, the title track of that album. I mean, yeah, it's again the Jizza. I mean, he gives you quotables. He's witty. He's clever. That's the genius. So for me, I love that. And then Luminol from The Legend of the Liquid Swords. That song for me conceptually is amazing. I love the title because obviously everybody knows what Luminol is, and the subject matter of that song is a giant story about this massacre and you know, all these death and blood and gore and guts and all of this kind of stuff, and then to name it Luminol and do that so like tie everything in so well. Again, the Jizza, I just absolutely love him. So those are mine.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I don't know what luminol is, Force. So why don't you school me? What is luminol?
Yeah, luminol
is Force, like we all know what luminol is. So I mean, so great. I'm sitting here like I'll be the only dummy on the show who says what the
luminol,
fuck.
Sure, luminol is a chemical. It's a chemical that investigators use to spray on crime scenes if they want to find out if there's blood residue that has been previously cleaned up, because the iron in the blood does not wash away, and luminol under black light lights up everywhere where there was iron from the blood. So basically, if you, I don't know, if a murder happens in a room and someone cleans it really well with bleach so you can't smell it, can't see it, but then you come in and you spray luminol everywhere and put a black light on it, everywhere where there was blood, even the smallest speck will light up purple. So that's what luminol is. So for that song to be called that and then have that as it's brilliant for me. I absolutely love it.
And again, I always tell people, if you watch Apartment 5B, you're going to find out something new every week. A lot of people watch. Hell, there's people on this fucking panel who ain't know what the hell Porsche was talking about. And now you know what luminol is. I'm sitting here like adamantium, like what Wolverine got inside of his skin. Like, well, I don't know what you talking about. Like okay, cool. And do you have R&B, or are you saving that to the end?
I'll save that to the end.
All right, no doubt. First person I've got up, and I want you to understand that this is very specific to the MC. Not the person, not the podcast host, not the reality TV star, just the MC, and that is Joe Budden. We are sticking strictly with the MC. He is one of my favorite MCs, and we are going to stick it there. There's a period there. There's not a comma, semicolon. It is a period. We are ending there. One of the songs is Only Human. I was trying to pull what albums they came from. I wasn't able to do that with all of them, but Only Human, very dope song. One of Joe Budden's 7-minute songs that sounds like it goes on forever, but very personal. I love that's what I love about Joe. He put so much of his life. When Prodigy says I live my lifeline in between the papers lines, I feel like Joe does that. Joe's gonna put everything out there in his rhymes. You're gonna know everything he's going through like that. So that's why he's one of my favorite. Another song is All of Me, which is if you're a Joe Budden fan, it's like one of the core favorites that everybody loves of All of Me. Same thing. Ordinary Love Shit Part 1 and 2. This is where I don't care if you don't like Joe at all. If you listen to Ordinary Love Shit 1 and 2, especially if you're a dude, what he's talking about, it's all about relationships. You know what I mean? And it's like everything is just like, ooh, that's a good line. Oh, that's a good line. Like he says something like, would you rather a pretty lie or the ugly truth? And it's like when you really start thinking about relationships, it's like, I could lie to you, shorty, you know, or do you want the truth? Or, you know, so just so much dope stuff in there. He has a song called Outcast, which is actually probably the first song that really put me on to Joe being a dope MC before I did the whole Joe Budden show and MOP thing. And that's when I started rocking with Joe. The last joint is this joint called The Aftermath off of Mood Music 4. Mood Music 4 to me, it's a 5-mic album. I love it from beginning to end. Again, you get everything from Joe. You get relationship Joe. You get Joe's family members being sick. You get everything from Joe. Now, I know some people, my brother F, he does not like that shit. He's like, look, give me a couple of songs about your personal life, nigga. I don't need your diary. You know, whereas for me, I love that. Like at 48, I want to be able to throw on some music and your grandmother died, my grandmother died. Give me something to relate to all the time. Like, I don't sell coke, so I can't relate to many when I'm going through some hardship. So that's that. On the R&B side, and this isn't even R&B, this is more so, I guess this is rock and roll, but anybody who knows me knows my favorite artist is Lenny Kravitz. Like, that's it, without a shadow of a doubt. I'm Lenny Kravitz, 100%. My 5 songs are I Belong to You, which is off his album 5. Everything off his album From Black and White America. Thinking of You off of 5, which is a song dedicated to his mother, Roxy Roker, for people who don't know. I'm mixing up names. Vern, am I mixing that up? His mom's name is Roxy Roker, right? Right. Who played on the Jeffersons? Helen Willis.
Helen Willis on the Jeffersons.
Right. So that's his mother. Always on the Run off his album Mama Said, and Fly Away off of 5. And my favorite album, I forgot about this portion. I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna ask everybody, what's your favorite album from him? So my favorite album from Joe Budden is Mood Music 4, and my favorite album from Lenny Kravitz is 5. Because again, JR, what we talk about, I want this to be educational. So when people are watching, they're like, hey, you know, if everybody, I respect everybody's opinion up there. I want to find these songs. I want to try to make it as easy as possible for them to find the song. So Porsche, what is your favorite album from the Jizz?
Liquid Swords.
All right, Liquid Swords.
By a landslide. Yeah.
Right. All right, cool. Just checking in. Just checking in. You could say Beneath the Surface. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I guess there's something wrong with it, but neither here nor there. Vern, what you got for yours, good brother?
All right, so I have some not hip hop stuff and some other stuff. So I'll go with. I'm gonna go with Prince. Private Joy off of Controversy.
Hey,
I never knew about that song until Q-Tip was on a show with a person who thinks he knows everything. And he was talking about how songs have continuums, and he talked about it's an old song, like a 50s song, and then he was like, all right, that's that song, but now play Private Joy. And I'm like, oh snap, I love everything about Private Joy. And then it's one of my wife's favorite songs too, so that's another reason why I love it. She's Always in My Hair. That song, bro, is so funky, so funky. The guitar, the video, the Lynn drums. This song right here can make me cry if I ain't careful with it. Anesthesia off of Love Sexy.
I don't know that one. Anesthesia?
Anesthesia. Yeah, it's
wow,
it's almost a gospel song, man. How you say wow? Yeah, man. I mean, at the end he says love is God, God is love, girls and boys love God above. But it's so haunting, and then
you said Anesthesia?
Anastasia. People know about Signs of the Time, but I don't really hear anybody talk about Strange Relationship. That song, talking about funky, I mean, that's old collard green funk, man. And then everybody talks about Adore and all these other songs. Why nobody talk about When Two Are in Love off of Love Sexy? I know that was on your what was that tape you used to make Kill?
My 90 minutes of Timberland. My 90 minutes of Knockin' Boots.
Yeah. So those 5, and if, I'm using Canadian math, so I'm gonna throw in Raspberry Beret. I know you said 5, so I gave you 6.
It's all good. You and Portia, bitch. Y'all niggas are. I mean, y'all Jodeci. I say 5. I'm like, fuck that 5, nigga. Nigga, I got 10, nigga. Fuck you. I ain't taking off my shoes. No. Like, hey guys, when you come in, can you take off your shoes? You just got the carpet clean. Yeah, kill. No, nigga ain't taking no goddamn shoes off.
Yep. And this crazy. I love one piece of this song. The guitar solo on Computer Blue. I love it. So that shouldn't even count as the whole song. But my favorite Prince album, obviously, is Sign of the Time.
Bro, remind me to... long story short, just remind me when we're finished recording. I got a Prince story to tell you.
All right.
Just remind me. All right. Eddie, what's going on, good brother? What you got up for your first 5? Oh, did you have anybody else? Did you have an MC or anybody else? Or
well, I only picked like 6 people, so I'm
gonna... Okay. All right. Eddie, who you got, good brother?
All right. So I was trying not to add the big obvious ones like you said, but so here's one that I probably don't talk about as much as some of my other favorite MCs, but Odyssey. So Odyssey really dope. I feel like as an MC and a producer, I don't feel like he gets enough love for being adept at both. You know what I mean? But so I got Own Appeal, that was off Tangible Dream. That I'm trying to remember what that joint sampled. Feel like it used the same sample as that Crew joint, just another case. But dope joint. Then I got Counterclockwise off of The Good Fight. And what I like about Odyssey as a producer, like he brings you some elements, like it's not go-go, but he does bring some go-go elements. like to his production, like some of the kind of off kilter production stuff like that. So that's one of them joints. Mattered much. So a little story about this joint. So it's on his instrumental album. So previously I only heard this instrumental album on streaming. So on streaming it has one first track has like an MC feature. The rest is all instrumental. All right. I saw recently the vinyl was available, right? Limited edition colored vinyl. So I went and copped it. Got the vinyl. It was like 2 extra bonus tracks. One of the bonus tracks was this joint, Mattered Much, which was my favorite beat on the instrumental version, but he was rhyming over it and had like a singer doing the hook and everything. So it made me love the song even more. And apparently this joint, it was available. It was kind of like, if you knew, you knew. Like, I didn't know that he had rhymed over that joint. So that's one of my favorites. Never Not Getting Enough off the Iceberg joint. And then this other joint, Catching Vibes, it was off of one of his EPs called Al Wasta. Yeah. So those are my 5 right there.
And what's your favorite Odyssey album?
My favorite Odyssey album, damn. I will say, I'll say probably The Good Fight, because that was a joint that kind of, like, I had heard his stuff before. That was an album that really made me a fan and had me checking for all his other stuff.
Okay. All right, bet. Gadget, who you got up first, good brother?
I'm gonna go with R&B first. I picked, so when you said, not the regular artists, I picked artists that that I think nobody would say, because last week people picked OC, people picked so
Right.
I went with A. Marie.
Okay.
For my artist.
I ain't mad at that,
she
bro.
has huh?
I said I'm not mad at that at all, man. Her and Rich Harrison to me are like Pete and CL. Like,
Yeah.
they can't miss when they're together. Like,
When
if
they're
it's an A.
together.
Marie album, I'm like, word, did Rich do it? No. Oh, well, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, it literally like, yo, see, I come out. Did he do it? No. Well, I don't want to hear that shit. Like,
She does have some good songs after Rich Harrison.
She
Not
does.
far in many, but she does have some. I'm going to name a couple that I really like. She has a song
Okay.
with Trey Songz called Pretty Brown that was produced
Banging.
by Faves.
Yeah.
banging,
Beautiful song. Like
banging.
like that it
I'm
is a banger.
looking at my best A. Marie mixtape right now, so I'm seeing what you name it. But shit, that joint is crazy. That joint is crazy.
Sampled Mint Condition.
Yep.
Like he could have gave that to a rapper and it would have worked.
Yep. Banger.
All I Need from the first album.
Banging.
I mean, Rich was in his bag.
Banging.
Why Are You? I think that was on the second album. She samples
Yep.
That was, on Love,
Electromagnetic.
that was on the third
Yep.
Love and War. Yeah.
Third album.
I got that on my joint. Why Are You?
Yeah.
Talking to Me, of course, from
Yep.
the first album.
Yes, sir.
And my last one, you're gonna laugh. She redid Diana Ross's "I'm Coming Out." I really like her version is actually pretty good. Look at that.
Look at James. You told in his face. I didn't even know she did that. We was almost there, Gadget. We was 4 for 4.
I was
on
with
my mixtape, and then he threw me with I'm Coming Out. Like, I don't know. That is not on my best A. Marie mixtape. And for somebody out there wondering,
I'm not mad at it though.
and somebody out there wondering, because I do this a lot of times, and people be like, A. Marie got a best of. Yo, this is I call it my Columbia Def Jam Phoenix A. Marie mixtape. Yo, there are 13 bangers on here. I mean, bangers on here. So yes, A. Marie does have enough. You know what I mean? For the average person, they thought she had that one hit and that was it. Like, nah, she has some bangers under her belt.
Look, A. Marie ain't doing no verses, but she got some hits.
Right. Right.
He said it so calmly too. Like,
Yeah, he did.
that was definitely a shot, but that's okay. Gotcha. Love you.
Hey, hold up. And by the way,
Yeah.
Fab just put out a freestyle video where he's rhyming over one thing, and A. Marie is in the video. Glad to see her.
Word?
Yeah.
Yo, her and Fab got a joint together. God, what's the name of that joint?
Shit.
God, it's on this mixtape. I forgot the name of it, but that's a banger too. That's a banger too. Her and that Fab got a joint. All right, no doubt. JR, what's your favorite A. Marie album?
The first one, of course. Like,
Okay.
Oh, please, yeah. Oh, More Than Love. That's with Fab.
More Than Love. Yep.
Yep.
All right, what you got up, JR?
All right. So since Kill told me I couldn't use Mary and I couldn't use SWV, so I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with Eddie Kendricks.
I knew you was gonna go back. Yeah.
Okay. We knew you was going back to 1948. We knew that. We knew you was hopping in the DeLorean.
I think JR, you might want to throw out the year too. When
I'm gonna talk about this.
He wasn't coming nowhere from the 80s or the 90s. We knew he was coming
JR
from
is about to be like when I walked in the studio during that album. Let me tell you guys which songs are my favorite. Okay, go ahead, JR.
I'm done. All right, so everybody seems to don't when it comes to 70s R&B. I don't see a lot of people talking about Eddie, to be honest. But from like 71 to like 78, he always was on the R&B charts, top 10 stuff. So it bothers me when everybody just thinks that he was just part of the 10th, and like he got a lot of hits by himself. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But these are my top 5. He's a Friend, Can I, If You Let Me, Shoeshine Boy, and Intimate Friends.
The only one I know is Intimate Friends because that was sampled from Sweet Sable and Alicia Keys,
all right,
and everything like that.
He's a Friend is like a gospel record, really, and I didn't know that until I turned like 16, and Mom was like, "Do you know this is a gospel record? Listen to the words." So that joint, and I love the breakdown in it. You know what I mean? By what is his name? Frank Wilson was kind of his producer. That was part of the corporation that did the Jackson 5 stuff. So that Can I is a favorite of mine because everybody gives Timbaland the love of what he did with Justin Timberlake. Like, you know how the song is fast and then it goes slow and it's the same record. Well, Kyle Davis did that with Eddie Kendricks in 71 with Can I. And it's a fast song, and then it goes slow. And it's the same words and same all of that. And I love that record. Like, it slows down and then it gets fast. So it's on that. If You Love Me is just a bop. I'm waiting for maybe somebody might have used a sample. I don't know. But I want somebody to use that sample because that joint is so slick and it's so like so smooth. It kind of reminds you like a Curtis type of record, but Curtis didn't do it. But that's dope. Shoeshine Boy, I love it because it's kind of like a up-tempo record, and it's kind of one of his like last crossover records. And then Intimate Friends, you can't go wrong with that record. So that
and let me ask you this. People watching, if you're into soul music, this is the person you need to be following right there because y'all be asking me shit and all I'm gonna do is tag him. So y'all can go straight. I tell folk I'm not a Catholic preacher. You do not have to come to me for your sins. You can go straight to God. So there's no, if you got a question about soul music, you can just go straight to JR because all I'm gonna do is tag him. Riddle me this. Eddie and the Temptations. And break this down for me so that I can understand it. We're going to compare the Temptations to New Edition so I can understand this good. Who is Ralph in the Temptations? I'm assuming it would be
Eddie.
Oh, Eddie is the lead singer?
The high tone.
Eddie would be Ralph.
Well, I apologize. What I mean by that is like Ralph is the lead singer. So who was the lead singer in the Temptations? Eddie.
It was Eddie.
Before
David. It was Eddie, and Eddie had the first couple of hits before David did My Girl.
Okay.
Then once David came and did My Girl, then all of a sudden he started to be the lead. But then it was him and Eddie being back and forth, but Eddie was the lead of the Temptations, though.
We may have to do a whole nother Temptation show because that right there threw me. Because most times the lead singer stays the lead singer.
But,
You see
right,
what I'm saying?
but
Like,
David wasn't even the original Tim.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't
I mean,
come in.
right,
He didn't come in until after actually when they did the way you do the things you do. Actually, David is not even on that record. It was the original guy that was there, and then David just started doing that. He didn't start singing songs until that next album came out, and that's when My Girl and all that was on there.
we're gonna have to do a whole nother show just on the Temps because I'm so confused right now. So we're gonna keep it moving. Porsche, what is your next artist?
Okay, I'll go non-hip hop. I'm gonna go with Sade. I think I talk about Sade a lot, but I love her. I can't not include her in a list, even if you tell me it's like a known thing. I love Sade. She puts me in my feelings. Like, she is one of those people that no matter what mood I'm in, no matter what song I play, I am somehow in my feelings whenever I hear her voice. And I love it. And my favorite from her is Kiss of Life, Soldier of Love, No Ordinary Love, King of Sorrow, and Cherish the Day. And really, it's because of her ability to just kind of convey the emotion, this intonation in her melodious voice. Like, I could just go on about Sade. She is like the absolute queen of just music. I love her. And yeah, I mean,
the funny thing, Porsche, have you seen a 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Yes, a long time ago.
Right, when Kevin Hart and a dude is arguing in the joint, and Kevin's like, you using too many big words, so I would take that as disrespect. Like, between your melodious and your, what was the other word, your vibranium, like, using a lot of words, and I'm taking it as disrespect because I'm not really, vibing on what you said. I'm joking. Yeah, I love it.
But no, like, Sade is just she's her. Like, she is that girl. You know, she's that woman. And I love all of her songs. Let me. I have to say this, and I need it to be recorded. She does not have a bad album. I've never heard somebody say that Sade has a terrible album or a bad album. It's always like, it was good, but this one's better. This was still dope, but this is doper. She's got a deep discography, and all of them are dope. So for me, my favorite is Love Deluxe, and simply because like 3 of these 5 favorites of mine appear on that album. So I had to go with the statistics. Really, otherwise it could be anything. I could like literally throw a dart in her discography and pick whatever and be happy with it. So Sade.
Hey, Porsche, I have a question.
Sure.
Is Sade the woman or the group?
Sade's the group, but when I say Sade, I'm talking about her. Just so I'm glad you asked that, Gadget, because I know a lot of people come at me all the time and they're like, yeah, the group is amazing, like thinking I don't know, and I'm like, no, I know, but I talk about Sade as the woman. So that's just
Helen Fella Sade, I do.
Talk about Helen, yes.
Helen, yes.
Hold on, her real name is Helen?
Helen Fella Sade, I do.
I told you. Everybody's gonna learn something on a part of 5B. I had no idea her name was Helen either. So,
and I know everybody in Apartment 5B loves Sade too. So I'm just.
I mean, here's the thing, bro. Y'all know me. I'm not afraid to say I don't know something. That's the other part what's wrong with Twitter. Like, everybody knows everything. I'll be the first to be like, I have no fucking idea.
This ain't a certain podcast, no.
Yeah, if you want to take my hip hop card or my black card away because I ain't know Sade's social security number, I get it. Take it away. I'm
you heard every song that has ever been recorded. Like,
right.
Where do you have the time to do that?
Right. Now, Porsche, here's another not wild take, but just how I feel. I didn't love that King of was it the Soldier of Love album?
Soldier of Love, I knew that's one you were gonna say. Yeah.
I didn't love that.
I figured that he was, but
okay. Well, you're always a first at something, so
right. A very polite. That was the Canadian saying "fuck you, Kill." Like
no, you know what it is. Okay.
Poor said that so eloquently. Well, Kill, you're always the first at something. Yeah, we got to put you on this short school bus, nigga. But it's actually more compact. You get to the front quicker when you get on the short school bus. Like, we'll find a way to make you feel good about yourself.
You don't vibrate at a high enough plane, Kill.
Exactly. I get it.
You know what it is? It's when you say that, I just take it like what I hear is it's just not as dope as the other stuff I've heard.
Yeah, and again, I'm not saying it's a whack album, but like that's kind of like where I kind of stopped. Like I kind of stopped.
And that's what everyone says. It's like that's not a whack album. It's just I like all of these more. And I find that with some artists, we can really be like that was a whack album, like it was just trash, like a coaster.
No, Sade doesn't do whack.
She doesn't have that. Yeah, exactly. That's all I mean. I don't want people like bombarding me with mentions of all the albums they don't like. It's cool. I'm just saying it's not whack, okay? And I don't believe you if you say it's whack.
Here's a fun fact for you, Porsche. Tanya cannot stand Sade.
What?
I couldn't either at first.
I literally had to question, do I really want to marry you? Because you do not like Sade. Like, if you say Sade to her, she's going to be like, that is suicide music. That is, I want to drive off and jump off a bridge music if you play Sade. I mean, dead ass. So
my mom is like that too. She don't like Sade either. Like,
what is happening? You guys? This is the first. I was right now years old when I heard this even existed in the world.
Yeah. Here's the crazy thing, bro. Here's the thing. This goes right back to what I was saying about D'Alessandro's. There's one person who said, I don't like the way they season their cheese sticks.
I had to start liking her for myself because my mom did not play her at all.
Oh my god!
I had to re-like her because when she came out, I was what 6th, 7th grade. I ain't trying to hear that stuff then. You
right?
Yeah.
My mom was like, "It's too slow." That's what she said.
Yeah. The funny thing, and I'm gonna get into Sade later because, well, we'll get into that. Next up, I got, and this is a kind of obvious one, Pusha T. Y'all know I love this nigga. The Games We Play, that's off Daytona. Cook It Down, which is off of Fear of God. I Am Forgiven, which is off of Wrath of Cain. King Push, which is off My Name Is My Name. And Nostalgia, which is off My Name Is My Name with Kendrick Lamar. To me, Knots destroyed that beat. Like that beat, Nostalgia, just they both go in. K-Dot loses his mind. So just check those joints out. They're all crazy. My favorite Push joint is My Name Is My Name. I love that joint, but I kind of feel like how Porsche feels with Sade. I feel like any of the Pusha T albums. I love all of them. And then one of my peoples was Sade on the R&B side. The songs "You're Not the Man," that's off of Promise. Like I love "You're Not the Man." I can listen to that just over and over and over again. Like I love that joint. Is It a Crime? Let me tell you how thorough Sade is for people out there who may not understand how thorough Sade is. We would be in Cummings Hall on Morgan State's campus. My man Guz was cutting my hair, niggas in the barbershop type thing in the dorm room, and this nigga is banging Sade Is It a Crime, and nobody's complaining. Nobody's like, nigga, you couldn't fucking hear to fucking slow me. We was all in there chilling, and this is 93, 94, niggas is in their Timbos and fucking hoodies and just thinking we all from Queensbridge, and we're in here all getting haircuts to fucking Is It a Crime? And these to themselves like, like niggas are in there like singing Sade. So that's how dope she is. Like Porsche said, Kiss of Love, one of my favorite songs ever on For Love Deluxe.
I love that song.
These are two that are kind of out there. Well, You're Not the Man is kind of out there. Most people don't talk about that. Why Can't We Live Together off the Diamond Life album? I love that. And Nothing Can Come Between Us off of Love Is Strong and Pride. I mean, Jesus Christ, Nothing Can Come Between Us. That bass line, I mean, and again, I love that Gadget brought up the band. Sweetback doesn't get enough props for even their solo album that has a dope Maxwell song and a dope Amela Rue song on it, along with them just playing. And then my favorite album is going to be Promise. My roommate Apple used to play this joint in our crib my sophomore year in college, probably more than anything. That's another testament. This is some 19-year-old black kid who played this album more than any hip-hop album. I come home from school, Sade. I come home from work, Sade. Like, so this is a shout out to my man Apple right there, because he put.
Is he from New York?
Nah, App is from out here in Maryland somewhere. He's from
I thought y'all gave him his name.
Nah, Tacoma Park.
Okay.
His last name is Applewhite, so same way with mine.
Okay.
Sorted it down to Apple. So those are the two I got. Vern, who you got up next, bro?
I'm gonna go with De La Soul. Happy belated birthday to Paz. I'm gonna go I Am IB off of Balloon.
Yeah, that's with Shorty Nomads, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. That.
No, that's in the woods. My bad.
Yeah, in the
That's
woods.
one My bad.
Yeah. I mean, she does start in the beginning. I am Shorty. I do before.
Right.
Pony Ride. I love Truthy No Lie's verse on that song. That's off of Stakes. The Future off of Grind Day. And then these
such a slept on the album.
Oh my goodness, bruh.
Such a slept on the album.
I'm gonna get to that. This is not on an album. I forgot where you can find it, but DJ Honda definitely blessed them on Troubled Water. I love that song. It tells the story of like me and my boy Rudy and Derek. And I moved here and stuff. And then this song here is spiritual, man. Trying People off of Artificial Bionics. That song that's my favorite De La song.
Wow.
and I mean De La's on my walls, but so my favorite De La album is
Yeah, I can't even guess this one. I'm sitting here like, all right, I think he gonna say, and I got no idea where you gonna go with this.
Shoot. Stakes is Grind Day. If I gun to head, Stakes is high.
Okay.
But Grind Date is like battling, it's neck and neck. But yeah,
I'm shocked because I thought you would have went 3 Feet or Dead.
No. So it's the same thing to me. Those were groundbreaking or whatever, but the growth and Stakes and Grind Date is Earth light years past those albums to me.
Yeah. Again, y'all, if y'all have not the Grind Date, I don't hear enough people talk about this. This is a 5 mic album to me.
Yes, it is.
I feel like when we talk about this, all they talk about is Rock Cocaine Flow.
Yep.
Which is an incredible song, but I feel like we were just talking about OC last week, and we're like, most people only bring up his first 8 bars in Time's Up. They don't even talk about the whole song. It's just you just get you like the minerals and ice, and like that's where it ends, and we don't even go into the second verse. I feel like this stands here, and I mean, just again, I love the creativity of the album because the liner notes are a freaking calendar. Like, and I'm like, and it's like it was. To me, I don't even know if this is fake or not, but it was like a look into their life. Like, okay, y'all got a show in DC and a show in DC and Dave Chappelle show tape, and it was like, damn, like this is like what a rapper's life looks like on a calendar. And I was like, this is such an original and dope idea. Dilla killed it, Jake One killed it, Madlib killed it. I mean, perfect album to me. 5 mics.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Kill. I am gonna throw it. Go ahead. Go, Gadget.
Can we give credit to Matthew Knowles for making that album happen?
Matthew Knowles made this happen?
That is right. That is right.
Yeah.
That is
Do
right.
Do tell. What happened?
I want to say he was the executive producer.
He was.
Or he signed them to that.
Okay. You know you're getting old where you gotta use the magnifying glass on your phone. I got to look at let me see if I can get a Matthew Knowles name out of this. But no, yeah, that's dope. I had no idea. I literally had no idea.
All right.
Now here's another wild take that somebody said when I was talking about Tribe versus Outkast. A couple of people said I'll take De La over Tribe.
That discography is better.
And a couple of people said that. Yeah, a couple of people said that De La over Tribe. So
yeah, the discography is better. It's longer. It's more complete, more thorough. All right, Kill. I'm gonna throw another artist on this side, non-hip hop.
Okay.
Sting.
Okay.
Bruh, his pen game is impeccable.
I won't hold you. I'm not up on Sting, so school me.
Well, I'm like
and his
because he took all the publishing from Puff, so that makes me happy.
Sting is royalty just for that alone, huh?
That's right.
Hey,
you gotta be an idiot.
He took Sauce Money's money too, so.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Collateral
that
damage.
nigga like, hey, you stand around niggas, you get shot with niggas. So hey. Better watch you come, Gad. You from Philly, you know you can't just be out on the corner with any old nigga. You be like, time for me to go in the house because nigga, they may start shooting at you and I may get clipped too. So You fuck around, do business with Puff, you may get shot at. So,
yeah, his pen game is impeccable. King of Pain, Wrapped Around Your Finger. If you listen to the build up on that song, you talking about telling a story. Crazy.
Wow.
Fragile. JR know. I love If You Love Somebody. I love him bringing Branford on there. He brought some funk to it. Russians. I was when the Ukraine Russia thing jumped off. Me and my uncle were talking about that song. The lyrics, man. This was when y'all when we grew up, we thought the world was going to end in nuclear holocaust between Russia or United States blowing each other up, and he made that song. What just might save us, me and you, is if the Russians love their children too. Listen to the lyrics on it, and then I'm gonna go in with shoot, Wrapped Around Your Finger.
Oh yes.
I mean, I know it's with the police, but his pen. If you listen again, he starts one way and ends another.
And when he do it live too. Oh.
Yeah. The story arc is incredible. So yeah, Sting is up there with me, man.
All right, Wrapped Around Your Finger. All right, I got some Sting homework.
Shape of My Heart is one of my favorites, and Desert Rose, of course.
Desert Rose, yeah.
Desert Rose has the Arabic in it. I absolutely love it, and not only that Arab singer is so amazing. Like if you just listen to Amr Diab's own stuff, like oh my goodness, he's amazing.
I'm sorry, Portia, you speak Arabic too?
I mean,
he collaborated. Desert Rose has.
Oh no, I know Portia speaks like 10 languages. I didn't know.
I do not speak Arabic. No, I wish I did.
I thought you would. Speak Arabic. So you don't know what he was saying at the beginning of the Desert Rose?
No.
Okay.
I don't understand it. I can say it. I can say it like while he's singing it, but I don't know what they're saying.
Oh no,
I can't. It's just what it is.
No.
Yeah.
As everyone can see at home, Portia's our residential apartment 5B lawyer, interpreter. She's in school. She's a genius. She is like who we go to find out stuff. Like, watch this. Everybody
embarrassing me. No.
Everybody watching. I know I can do this. Watch this. Comment allez-vous aujourd'hui?
What am I supposed to reply in English or in
No,
French?
reply in French because you speak French too.
Je suis très bien, merci.
See, y'all ain't know that, niggas. Y'all ain't know. Y'all better add that to
y'all list. Y'all just saying.
Y'all better add that to y'all list.
Very well, thank you.
Yes, he said, how are you doing today? And I said, very well, thank you.
Oh,
yeah. Y'all better add that to y'all list, man. Y'all want to get with Pete? Y'all got to learn another language, man. Come with something different.
No, man.
Yo, here's the thing. Yo, bet money. Right. Yo, bet money. Bet money if you can spit Pete and CL's They Reminisce Over You in French, nigga, you got a date. Oh, you got a date, my nigga. You got a date. I give you that. I don't know if she gonna fuck with you hard body, but you'll get a date if you spit They Reminisce Over You in French. Bet money.
He'll finna make Solar's sales go up, man.
Hell yeah.
Bet money. Bet money. You'll get a date. You may not. Y'all
JR.
But you'll get a date.
Yo.
JR, Sting in the American Blige song, I know that's is that one of your favorites?
Absolutely.
The one that he wrote? Really?
I don't
Absolutely not.
Is that American Gods off that show on Stars, or it's another song, American Gods?
No, he said Mary J. Blige.
It's called
Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige. I'm
J. Blige.
really getting old. I really thought you said American Gods. Okay.
He's talking about whenever I say your name.
Man, I'm telling y'all, when your body starts falling apart, you can't even hear shit no more. All right. And you done said Mary J. Blige. I'm like, American Gods on Stars? Yeah, I like that show. It's good. I ain't know she did the theme music for it. Had no idea.
Hey, JR, she sound like an old girl on that show. Kill sound like an old girl on that show, just clueless.
No, okay. Sound straight clueless.
I got no idea what's going on. Eddie, who you got up next, man?
All right. I'm going to go. What order should I go? I'm going to go with Fonte for my next one. So with Fonte, all right. I'm going with my first two are off the first Foreign Exchange album. So I'm going Raw Life and Sincere off of that album. Then I got Dance in the Rain and Who Loves You More off of Charity Starts at Home.
Cy Smith and Eric Robertson.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then I got you know what? Dude, I'm lying, man. I'm lying. Because all right, one of these gotta go.
No, do Portia Math today. Do Portia Math.
Yeah.
All right, do Portia Math.
Why be boys the men? Be Jodeci. Just break all the rules. Go ahead, join them.
All right, so
just
I got
fuck your couch, Kill. Just fuck my couch. Go ahead.
I got So Help Me God, off of No News is Good News. And then I got off, let's see, I'm going with Through the Night.
Yeah.
Off of that Tigolero album.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I thought at first I was gonna say was my favorite. I honestly, damn, I love all his albums. Tigolero might be my favorite Fonte album. I think of like what I go back to and play the most, like because you kind of get you get a little bit of hip hop vibe, but you get the R&B, like just for the diversity. Probably between that and that first Foreign Exchange album,
Connected.
Probably Tigolero, man. Like Fonte don't have a whack album.
Oh no,
and that's not even going into the Little Brother stuff either, you know what I mean? So
yeah. All right, no doubt. Gad, who you got up next, bro?
I have The Alchemist.
Okay.
So one of my favorite, like when people say, when people think of, what's The Alchemist's best song, everybody will say,
We gonna make it.
We gonna make it.
We gonna make it.
I don't think that's his best song, best beat to me. It's a great song, but I didn't want to go with hits. Yeah. So I went with Alchemist.
Wait a second, let's explain that real quick. The difference between, because I've had to do this for folk, the difference between a dope beat and a dope song. Two totally different things. Because I always tell people, I'm trying to come with 50% with the producer, and then the MC's coming with 50%, and then together we make a dope song. You know what I mean? Kind of learned through marriage counseling. You really ain't supposed to do 50-50. You're supposed to come with 100 and 100. So, but y'all get what I'm getting at. So you can have an incredible beat, and this is a perfect example because Razzcast had that same beat and didn't make a very good song with it. So that's what we're saying. Like that beat, to me, We Gonna Make It, the beat is cool, but it's really Styles and Kiss that make that a great song because Razzcast had the same beat, and that song is nowhere as getting me hyped as when the Lox perform that joint. So that's just what we're saying, that you can have a good beat and then the MC comes along and just makes it a great song versus it being a crazy beat. I just wanted to break that down, guys, because some people, trust me, would be like, what the fuck are they talking about? Same beat, whatever.
So Alchemist, he did a song for Noid is not the greatest rapper, but he did a song called Air It Out. Boy,
oh yeah, I remember Air It Out. Yeah,
that beat is bananas, and Noid did his thing on it. Another song by the Alchemist that I really like, Hold You Down with Prodigy.
Crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, honestly, that beat is crazy. And just use that same sample on the Dynasty album.
Yes.
And it's to me nowhere as close as dope as Hold Me Down was. Because P ripped that shit. P destroyed. That's a Prodigy verse nobody talks about. And the fact that they're not even saying Hold You Down, and that's one of the Dilla tricks where you think the voice is saying Hold You Down, and that's not what they're saying. Like, incredible song. Incredible.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said P has an amazing verse.
Oh my god.
But to me,
crazy verse.
Illa G has the most favorable.
Even if you wrong, you still right. For you, I lay a nigga down. Like, oh my god, yeah. I don't care if it's the president. I caught my shit back. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, crazy.
They showed them crafting that joint on Twitter.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. If people watch that, just put in Alchemist Hold You Down, and you can see him making the beat on the ASR and P sitting right there, like right into it. So yeah.
Let me tell you, man, that's the Alchemist I miss, man. Like all this new stuff he's doing, the drumming, like I miss that Alchemist.
Yeah,
me too. I got Prodigy, Stuck on You from the what album was that? The they were standing by the window with the suits on.
That's the God, I know it's on the tip of my tongue. That was the Bumpy. That was when they was doing a whole gangster thing. He was like Bumpy somebody. Hold up, I'll look it up. Keep going. I'll find it.
Okay. Terror Squad, Bring It On. Boy,
I don't remember that joint. Bring It On.
You probably didn't even listen to the Terror Squad album.
I probably listened to that album once. I'll never forget, man. We went to New York for the like the listening party, and it was the hardest listening party I've ever been to because I had to really act like I was loving the album because I was there. So, and then I don't think I ever listened to it again, but I will listen to it again for that joint. You co-signing something.
And to me, this is one of Royce's best songs. I'm the King. One of this is when Royce was on. Royce was on Game Recording. Like I think that was Jonathan Schechter's label.
And it's called I'm the King?
I'm the King.
All right, I gotta look that up. I don't even remember that.
Mob Deep, I'm the Illest from the Mob Deep mixtape. That was on Landspeed. Fire.
That was the Free Agents joint?
Free Agents, correct.
Yeah, that joint was hard, man. That whole album.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Return of the Mac. The Prodigy Alchemist joint. Yeah, Return of the Mac.
But that Royce goat, man, find that Royce joint. It's fire.
All right. So I guess since you're naming a producer, is there a favorite album that Alchemist produced, or what would be your favorite Alchemist beat of all time?
Return of the Mac.
Okay.
Favorite album, hands down.
Okay.
Because of him and Prodigy, like.
Right. Yeah. I feel like this joint don't get enough love too. First Infantry, man. I love this joint right here, man. Very dope producer album that I've never seen anybody talk about this. You know, this is definitely probably in my top 10, maybe even top 5 of producer albums. I mean, of course, the Soul Survivors, the Marley and Controls, the Jake One, White Van, but this is probably coming right after White Van, if not before White Van. So if cats haven't heard this joint, check it out. So it's a heavy, I mean, you got Game on here, Prodigy, The Lox, Cypress Hill, Nas is on here, Mobb Deep, Dilated People. So very dope compilation album. Gerald, what you got up next, bro?
I got two. My first one's gonna be Marvin. That's the Way Love Is. God is Love. If I Can Build My World Around You, Save the Children, and You.
God is Love. Dilla used that joint on Common's B album.
Yeah, sure did.
Oh, okay.
Dilla used that joint. Yep.
And I love the That's the Way Love Is because the Osley Brothers did it first, and then Marvin remade it. You I love because Gladys and the Pips are on the backgrounds of it, and they sound really good on it. So I love that record. And Save the Children. If you want to know what soul feels like, I should say listen to that record by Marvin. He has his soul and his heart is on that record, talking about saving the children, and it's clearly very timeless because you can play it now and still feel it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Marvin. You can't go wrong with any of Marvin's joints, but those are the 5 that I rock with Marvin.
Hey, Jay, let me ask you on Marvin.
Okay.
Holy, Marvin or Aretha?
I have to say Aretha.
Man. Yeah.
I have to say Aretha. Well, you know, my mom likes Mavis's version better.
I've never heard that.
How old are you?
Huh?
Honestly, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm 50.
You're 50. Gerald, how old are you?
36.
how the fuck are you two having a conversation the rest of us are just not privy to? Like, we're like, the other four of us are sitting here like,
only me and Vern.
Like, you know, because that nigga Vern didn't say, hey, everybody, Mavis, or like that nigga with they are like,
he just taught me something. I didn't know Mavis got a version. I got to.
My mom loves her version. So
but again, this is the alien I was talking about, JR, because 36 to 50, and the rest of us are just sitting here like listening to like fucking elevator music while you two have conversations about shit we ain't privy to.
Y'all gonna make a sandwich. Y'all gonna make a sandwich.
Yeah, we gonna go. We'll be back.
And then I got a hip hop one too. Mine is Queen Latifah.
Nice.
And my favorite song from her is Latifah Had It Up to Here. Just Another Day. No Work, Rough, and Enough of the Rough Stuff.
Okay.
Or For Nature of a Sister. And that's my actually favorite album from her. Because, I mean, everybody loves Black Rain, which is dope. I'm not going to stunt that, but Nature of a Sister, that was, my mom played that over and over and over, and I just got a connection to it. And then you know, Enough of the Rough Stuff has so much horns to it, and everybody know I'm a horn
man. Yeah.
Yes. So a lot of these songs on my list of hers have horns, like Just Another Day and No Work and all that. So, and then so that's Queen Latifah for me.
All right, that's what's up. Porsche, what you got up next? Oh, hold on. Did I go to Gadget? Gadget, you said Alchemist, right? I'm just making sure. Porsche, who you got up next?
I'm gonna go. This is gonna come as no surprise to anyone, but I have to say it. Blue. I love Blue. Kill always says, like, Portia swears by this guy. I do. I absolutely love him. He'll give you everything. He collabs with. He is one of the most like seemingly humble MCs ever. Like, he'll collab with everybody, anybody. He always does his best. It feels like he always delivers on the verses. But my favorites are Heaven on Earth, Atlantis, People Call Me Blue, Made the Call, and Music Is My Everything. And I love his collaborations with Exile. I mean, he knocks it out of the park with Exile every single time. He has one of my favorite albums with Knots, and of course, Knots is an absolute beast. Producer, I love him too. And again, I just feel like why I love all these songs is just because Blue always delivers. He sounds amazing against these beats. The producers know him. They know his how to like show that chemistry in the projects. And I know that at least with Exile, they're really in the studio together. And you can really feel that in the music. So yeah, I love Blue. There's not very many albums of his that I don't like, but my two favorites, and they're literally, I know I'm Jodeci, but Kill says one album, I'm gonna say two. It's Below the Heavens.
Fuck my couch, it doesn't matter.
Below the Heavens and Gods in the Spirit, Titans in the Flesh. I absolutely love those, and that one's Below the Heavens is with Exile, and Gods in the Spirit is with Knots, and both of those albums are, to me, 5 mics.
I apologize. What just happened? Did this nigga just do a whole change?
It's cold in here, man, and you know.
I know what's going on.
And again, what the hell? Can we talk to each other? Where's going on? Are the Mets playing the Braves or something right now?
Braves.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm like, this nigga did a whole board.
That's why we did it.
This nigga did a Patty LaBelle. Said I'm gonna come back with. I'm gonna wear this for half the show. Now I'm gonna come back. I came in with the Hawks, but
That
I'm
was
in with
smooth,
the Braves.
that was very smooth.
I said this nigga. I said between you and JR's private conversations, and you like Eddie knows. I'm like, what kind of family reunion is this? Like, niggas is talking.
I love Blue so much that I didn't even notice Vern left.
Yo, I saw when he came out
and came back with a hat and a coat on. I'm like, the hell?
Honestly, I'm so wrapped up in what I'm saying about Blue that I didn't even notice, like, Vern comes back looking like he just went to the Arctic and, like, just came back.
Because you said Blue, and I want to, represent Blue.
Thank you, Vern.
But
God Y'all hilarious.
But they're still in second place.
That's true. That's true.
So I'll just leave it at that.
I'm sorry, I don't follow baseball until the World Series. So what are y'all and
Yeah, Brett Mets in first place.
Same division, yeah.
Mets.
Same
Oh,
division rivals. So
how are y'all in the same division and you're Queens and this is Atlanta? Like this ain't
It don't work like that, Q.
That's
I mean,
the East.
Philly and the Hawks in the same. Well, no.
No, Philly and the Hawks ain't in the same division. No.
They're on the Eastern Conference, same conference though.
Yeah.
Conference, yeah.
Oh, okay, same thing. All right, y'all can tell I don't watch baseball. Okay, I retweet a lot of shit if the Phillies win, though. I do that. So
you ain't been retweeting a lot.
Yeah, I haven't. The same thing with hockey. If the Flyers, I got a Flyers hat around here. I'm all Philly everything. Next up, I got somebody who you either love them or you hate them. People have said, kill, sell me on Rock Marciano. Nigga, I have no urge to sell you on Rock Marciano. You either fucking like him or you don't. I can't. I'm not at that place to sell anybody on anything. Here's my favorite album. But he's a very much an acquired taste. I know some people who swear by Rock, say he's one of the nicest MCs ever. I know some people who call Rock straight up and down trash. So, but he is one of my favorites. We're going to start off with Tech to a Mac. That's off of Reloaded. Richard Gere, which is off of Marcio Lago. Not Told, which is off of Reloaded. 76, which is off of Reloaded. Molly Ringwald, which is off Marcio Lago. And as you can tell, like my poor said, I said Reloaded a lot. So Reloaded is my favorite Rock Marciano album. I'll tell you what's funny. I don't know if you saw the guy who was doing like on Twitter was going around, this guy acting like he was West Side Gun, like saying how he would rap, like how West Side Gun. There's another one doing Rock Marciano, spot on. And it makes you kind of wonder, like, God damn, these niggas really don't be saying shit. but it sounds good, you know what I mean? It just sounds good, you know. Rock, I was just watching this piece on him on YouTube, and they were saying how, like, they're saying that he's really the person who kind of brought the grimy hip hop back, you know, and opened up the door. I wasn't really big on, was it Marsburg? Is anybody else in here a Rock fan? Like the big album that blew him up? Okay, I'm just by myself in here. Okay, cool.
But I think it's
I'm familiar with that album. I'm familiar.
That was the one. Yeah, and a lot of people say like,
I'm familiar with it.
No,
right.
I feel like the one that, and I don't want to see you shine, I feel like the one that got people really, if they didn't get Marsburg, was the Reloaded. The Reloaded joint is the one I hear about a lot too.
Yeah. Dope documentary that was on YouTube, and I mean he did. As soon as I heard Griselda, I was like, it sounds a lot like Rock Marcy, like with the drumless beats and all of that. And the thing that I'm not mad at Rock for doing with the drumless beats was he was saying how like he would go to these big name producers, these A-list producers, and he could tell when they would play him beats, he would be like, yo, I know this ain't what you playing, Jay. This ain't what you playing, Nas. This ain't what you playing them. You trying to play me, you know what I mean, and get me to come out my pocket with this money, and these ain't even your best beats. So he's like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna just make my own shit, you know, and he kind of just started looping up shit. And it was kind of like, you know, and then it kind of just caught on like wildfire. Now everybody loves, you know, drumless hip hop. So again, part of me feels like I can't be mad at you because, you know, that would have been my attitude. Like, yo, I ain't gonna keep paying you for beats that ain't on that level and I don't know how to make beats. Well, fuck it, I'm gonna just rhyme over a loop. You know what I mean? So I just didn't expect everybody and their mother to still be rhyming over loops like 10 years later. Because I think one of the first albums since we brought up Alchemist, this joint right here is very dope, Russian Roulette, where he sampled all Russian records and it's just all loops. And I remember when this came out, because MCs used to come through and I would say like, look, like this was always the plan with the MC I'm working with. Me and Gadget are doing an album. I'm gonna say, let's do an EP. We're gonna give the EP away for free just to get your name out there, and then we'll charge for the album. But if we're giving it away for free, nigga, I'm not taking the time to sit here and program drums and find the right kick and snare. I'm just looping up shit. And niggas was like, I ain't rhyming over no fucking loop. You trying to da-da-da-da. And now look at hip hop. Just fucking niggas rhyme. Now I've had people actually tell me, Kill, can you take the drums out? I never thought there'd ever be a time in hip hop when somebody would ask me to take the drums out of a song. And it's just ironic to me because, again, this is the bulk of it. I like fucking with people who want to be trendsetters. Like, y'all niggas didn't want to do loop. If you ain't want to rhyme over loops, you should still not want to rhyme over loops. Like, Kill, that's lazy hip hop. Stand on that. Don't fucking now buckle because everybody is doing drumless hip hop and now you So again, it's just another one of my pet peeves. Like niggas don't even know what they want themselves. So and that's just to be shown. But Rock Marciano on the R&B side, I'm going with Raphael Sadiq. One of my favorites. Body Parts off of Instant Vintage. Still Ray off of Instant Vintage. Moving Down the Line off of Stone Roller. I love Moving Down the Line. Oh God, I just feel like that's like the perfect song for like Superfly. Like it just goes with it. I Want You Back, which is off Ray Ray, and Good Man off of Stone Rollin'. And my favorite album is Instant Vintage. Vern, what you got up next, good brother?
I'm gonna go with Music Soul Child.
You're playing.
No.
Oh shit, you're for real. Okay, I thought this was one of your jokes. Okay, my bad.
Ooh, you dirty for that.
No, I didn't. You know how we do on this show. We'll be like, and I would go with, I didn't know. I apologize. No disrespect. Music is dope. I fuck with music. That's all.
Oh no, he's not good live, but he's great with studio. Yes,
he makes dope albums.
I've got a best of Music Soul Child mixtape called Ishka.
Music got joints. I think
he does.
If people wanted, they probably wouldn't think about it, but get him on verses, you gonna get up out of there. I mean, that dude.
He was on verses.
You know who said it?
He was trash.
Anthony Hamilton.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I think here's the thing: was it a live verse?
It was live, and it was singing.
It was live. The live verses and just the sitting in the room verses. Because it was Fonte who was like, yo, music versus D'Angelo, I'm putting my music money on music. And I was like, nigga, you bugging. But then when you understand verses and it's about hits, then music is gonna win because D'Angelo doesn't really have hits.
He has
music has verses though. Yeah. Music has probably the best R&B 5-album run.
I agree. In recent history, I agree.
Yes.
I would have to do the knowledge on that. I would have to do knowledge. I like his first
song. He got a lot.
I don't know about the third, fourth.
Yeah, he got. I'll put it this way: maybe not albums, but because I was looking, each album he got like 3 or 4 joints that go.
I'm like thinking y'all might got a point for real. Yeah, y'all might got a point there. His 5-album run is dope though.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
name an artist outside of Mary J. Blige.
This was no diss to music because, like I said, I have a best of music mixtape, and I would not have a best of music mixtape if Bull wasn't good. So, yeah, I just thought Vern was playing. That's all.
No, what you say, Gadget?
I was saying, I don't know if anybody comes close to that. His first 5 albums being fire.
We would have to throw some other names out there. Like I don't know. Like, are we giving it a time span? I don't even know if Maxwell has 5 albums. Does he? I don't know. Like I don't know. But again, he's got some bangers. But go ahead, Vern. Talk about yours. Now I'll see what is up on my Iska Bibbles mixtape.
I'm gonna go Until. I was talking to JR about this week. I love music when it's a continuum. So if you listen to Until, you can tell that he was inspired by Stevie and Az.
Yes, God.
If you listen to how he wrote the song, or whoever wrote the song, you know, it's those same, or the metaphors. What do you call it?
Ask Porsche. Porsche has the answer. Porsche, we're just saying you have the answer. We don't know what to call something. You're the Apartment 5B genius.
I'm not a genius. What is the word? What do you? I mean, what is it?
Like when you're describing until like on Az until the. Never mind. Anyway, just listen to the
song. He's basically saying like on Stevie Wonder's Az, where he was like, you know, as the earth
until the birds fly and blah blah blah. What is that called?
Analogies.
Okay, we'll go with analogies.
Oh yeah, that we'll go with that.
Even if it's wrong, yeah. All right.
He said we'll go with it. Even if when you guys, we back to hold it down. Even if you're right, you're still right. Like even if you're wrong, you're still right. Like we just gonna go with analogies.
No, it's not cliches. But
okay, analogy. I would say I don't know. I'm not a genius.
What is it called? Like you say, when hell freezes over, or I'll love you until pigs start flying. Whatever that is, that's what he did on Until.
Okay.
Anyway, if you listen to it, you can tell it's the modern continuance of Az. So that's one. Who Really Loves You? I love his phrasing and the modulation in that song. Music, again, I ain't talking about live, but on his albums, the tone that he finds is just ill to me.
I'll say this: whoever vocally produces music does a very good fucking job.
Yes,
whoever vocally produces,
talking about Ivan and Carvin.
Yes,
the word is idioms. It's an idiom.
Okay.
Yeah.
I told you Portia was good.
It's like if it's raining cats and dogs, like that kind of thing, right? Is that what you're kind of? Yeah. So it's an idiom.
I told you Porsche was the resident genius. In fact, stop using Google, y'all. Just follow Porsche and just ask for random questions.
Don't. Oh my God, please don't. Kill is playing. He's joking.
And I'm not naming any of the stuff that everybody knows. Caught Up. To me, he sings that song like Black Thought would rhyme. It's like he's spitting.
You picking album cuts.
Yeah,
I was about to say he's going deep in the crates, man.
Yes, he is.
I've always been an album cut dude. This
nigga Eddie Murphy, he going deep undercover.
Better Man. The harmony, the vocal production, bruh, is crazy.
Ooh, yes.
Oh, that bass line is
boom, 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 boom. And then he I can't sing, but
Porsche, we're back. We about to get Eddie.
You ain't gonna get it on this. I ain't doing it on
this go round. Okay, cool.
But how he harmonizes on that is just ill. And then the last one, I could pick 17 more, but Changed My Mind, and I think he channeled his inner Earth, Wind, and Fire, Maurice White kind of thing on that. And then the song has so many modulations in it.
You like Life on Earth, don't you?
You know why? Because I didn't find out about that album until like a couple of years ago. You know, I love when I discover an old album after it's been out, and it's new to me. It's new to me. So yeah, Life on Earth, he went in. So my favorite Music Soul Child album. So now this is difficult because again, each album probably got like 3 or 4 joints that knock hard for me. But I'm gonna say Just Listen.
That's mine too. Yes,
yeah,
there you go.
That's the second joint, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How he opened with
Previous Cats. Previous Cats.
Eric Roberson wrote that.
Yep.
Oh, word?
Mm-hmm.
I know that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody go out there listen to some Music Soul Child this weekend, man. Eddie, what you got up next, good brother?
All right, so I know Portia mentioned this guy, but if Portia is the biggest Blue fan, then I'm like the number 2 biggest Blue fan.
Fact.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So he's definitely one of my faves. I got on my list. I'm going with the first one. I'm going with is a song. I don't even know if it was on any of his albums. It was probably like on some of those mixtapes. It's called "Fly," the Song of Liberation. It's such a dope song. It's a beautifully written song, storytelling, and it's Blue in Exile. It wasn't on any of their albums, but it's just really dope. And then I got "Show Me the Good Life" off of this album, Below the Heavens, which I went to the anniversary show for, which was incredibly dope. And one of the reasons why I picked this song is like just the way they performed it live, like just incredible, man. And how Exile did the whole play the song and kind of flipping it into the sample live like that was really dope. Oh, what were you gonna say, Vern?
So, honest moment. I didn't find out about Below the Heavens till probably 6-7 years after it came out. And man, when I heard it, I was all on Twitter. Man, that new Blue and Exile is so. And I was getting blank stares from the whole TL.
That's hilarious.
The next joint, this is off an album that Portia mentioned. Also, his joint with Knots right here. Gods in the Spirit, Titans in the Flesh. And so the thing with Blue is like, he does a lot of stuff for Exile. He does a lot of soulful stuff. This whole album is just bangers. Mm-hmm. So if you want the bangers from Blue, this is where you're getting it. So my joint off of this is called God Shit. Just hard, man. Like make that ugly face, yo. Then I got the title track from this joint, Ground and Water. And then I got Troubled Water off of his it's his more recent album with Exile, the Miles album. That was a double album. So those are my 5 joints right there.
And what's your favorite blue joint?
My favorite, that's tough. I mean, yeah. My favorite blue album, it's probably Below the Heavens. I mean, and you know, the whole nostalgia, going to the show and kind of falling in love with the album all over again. You know, when they performed the whole album, it got to be that one.
All right, no doubt. Gaz, what you got up next, good brother?
I have Ghostface Killer.
Nice.
There you go.
So,
There you go.
you know, I went with some of the non-traditional Ghostface songs that everybody would like. I went with so on the Pretty Tony album, I love the song that he did with Jackie O. Took Him Back. Take me back. Yo, I love that song. I want to say Knots did that beat.
Maybe. I'm not sure. The Pretty Tony, I know it was a whole bunch of producers on that joint.
Yeah. I like Tush with Missy Elliott. It was more commercial, but I come from R&B background. I like the disco shit that he slows down and raps over. I like that. Then we gonna go over the Fish Scale. This song was not on the album, but Be Easy. The Be Easy remix had
the joint that Pete did. But the remix with Cube. All right.
The remix has Ice Cube. So fire. And you know, I love Ghostface when he gets into his relationship bag. On I think this was on the what was the album? I think we talked about it last week. The album that you didn't like too much had the Carl Thomas song.
Oh, that you talking about Bulletproof Wallets.
Bulletproof Wallets. There's a song that he has with Rough Ends where he rhymes over Case and Joe Faded Pictures. It's called Love.
Word? I don't think I'm bugging. What's the name of that?
Love Session.
Love Session. All right.
Oh shit!
I don't remember that.
My final song is actually a mixtape cut from Ghostface on the Green Lantern Alive on Arrival. He does a freestyle where he raps over Pop's Hail Mary. I can listen to that every day.
Interesting. And you said that's on Green Lantern?
Yeah.
And what's the name of it?
Alive on Arrival.
All right.
And my favorite Ghost album, Supreme Clientele, hands down. But I think I don't know. I think Ghostface has a good 4 or 5 album run.
No, he does.
I'm not gonna lie.
What? What?
You don't like Ghost's run?
Like 4 or 5 album run?
I give him a strong 3 and a 5.
Like back-to-back albums, 4 or 5 of them from Ghostface.
I mean, I got Iron Man, Supreme Clientele, Bulletproof Wallets was crazy, and I'll go with Pretty Tony.
Bulletproof Wallets was okay. Let's not jump out the window. Bulletproof Wallets was.
Well, there we go. Well,
it was okay. Well, it was good. It was a 3.5 mic album. It wasn't crazy. Supreme Clientele is crazy.
Told us we just jumped out the fucking window, gang.
Listen, Iron Man was crazy. Supreme Clientele was crazy.
I said I can give him. I enjoyed Bulletproof Wallets, so I can give those a strong 3 and a pass. I can give him 3 and a pass. I wasn't in love with the Pretty Tony album. Run really saved that shit for me, but I can give him a strong 3 and a pass, which to me is a dope run, because in the 90s, not too many people were giving you a 3.5 album run. In my opinion, Math didn't do it, Ray didn't do it, Jizza didn't do it, like
right.
RZA didn't do it. I mean, So yeah, and then like you said, then you add in Frisk Scale, which has one of my favorite Ghost songs with Shaky Dog. That shit is off the meat rack to me. Yeah. So again, I can't go 5, but I can definitely give Ghost a strong 3 and a pass, which is a dope ass run.
I can give Ghost a strong, crazy 2, and Bulletproof Wallets is dope. And Bulletproof Wallets is dope. Listen, you guys stop, okay? You're talking about Iron Man. It's
crazy 2.
I'm sorry. I enjoyed the Hilton. I enjoyed the Hilton.
5 mics.
Right. And again, I'm not saying the joint is 5 mics. I'm just saying that I enjoyed Bulletproof Wallets. I enjoyed the Hilton, the Forest that Alchemist did for that nigga. That shit was dope. The thing, and again, I'm not gonna pull the cop out. I'm not gonna pull the cop out because Bulletproof Wallets was supposed to have, and I'll go into my Ghost joint, was supposed to have the watch on there, which was crazy. The OG watch was crazy. There was a couple of joints that was supposed to be on Bulletproof Wallets that didn't make it because they got bootlegged or sample clearance wouldn't happen. But again, music is all subjective. Somebody didn't like D'Alessandro's. The rest of us do. You didn't like Bulletproof Wallets.
No, it's not that I didn't like it. It's not that I didn't like it. I like Bulletproof Wallets. I cannot combine that to make
How many mics you give? How many mics you give?
3.5. 3.5 mics.
Okay.
3.5 mics. That's
okay. I would give it a 4. I would give it a 4. That's only a half a mic.
Okay.
So you give 3.5 mics. But that's still a crazy 2.
It's okay. Crazy 2 back-to-back 5 mic albums. I'll give Ghost 2 5 mic albums back-to-back, and then a 3.5.
I'm not saying all albums are 5 mics.
No, but remember what Gadget said originally was that he could have one of the best 5 albums runs. Now, I personally can't see that. I can definitely go 3.5. I can go 3. I could go 3, almost 4.
Okay, Apartment 5B, can you guys chime in, please? Like,
I can chime in. Can I chime in?
I think.
Come on, Eddie Kane. Rail, since you slide in late, what you got?
No, I came late, but look, when you say run, like we talk about EPMDs,
yes, thank you.
You can't give Ghost a 5 album run. That's not a run if you got 2 classics, a good album, and then that's not a run.
Is it a jog? Is it a jog?
Well, here's the thing. It's all how you define the term run. I don't define the term run as you got to have 5 mic albums because not too many people have that. Not too many people have that. So,
fair.
So that's the thing. So for EPMD, they're one of the very EPMD and Outkast to me are one of the few groups that have a run where I know people who could literally say the first 4 EPMD, because we gonna stop at 4 with EPMD. We not going after no back in business, none of that shit, because that ain't part of the run. Because none of the shits that happened after the breakup, after the crossover album, even came close.
No. The album with Richter Scale was fire.
Well, it ain't coming to close to that run. So what I'm saying, since Rel is EPMD, I'm looking at it.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
What?
Because that album with Richter Scale was like a 3.5. If you're not including that in the run, you can't include Ghost's 3.5 albums.
Okay.
No. Stop. See, this is where we always go off. I can bring us back. Rel, the only reason why I said and let me ask, because it was a bad assumption. So let me ask first. When you say EPMD, are you saying that run because so many people have all 4 of those mics as 5 mic albums?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying if you're defining a quote unquote run as you have to have 4 or 5 mic albums, then nobody has that.
Okay,
I don't even think Outkast. I don't even think Outkast has that.
Okay, but I have a question for you and Gadget. What do you guys think about Redman's first 3 album run?
I think it's incredible. I think Brett has one of the 3 albums.
So put that up against do you know what I mean? So like that's a solid album run for me from an MC, from a single MC.
Right. So again, here Brett is bad with me because I didn't love There's a Dark Side. You know what I mean? Okay. Most people did. I love Muddy Waters. So again, a good run to me is when you are at least giving me 4 mics or better. You know what I mean? That's a good run for me because what Rel just said, I don't know anybody else who's coming close to EPMD where you could say your first 4 albums could almost be all 5 Mike. Usually, even with Outkast, by the time you get to Stankonia, it's like, I give it a 4, you know. So EPMD is almost untouchable. So I can't define a run as 4 back-to-back 5 Mike albums. So to me, Ghost just has maybe I should say a very solid run because here's the thing. Most of our favorite MCs don't have more than 3 albums, period. Half of them don't even have that, let alone 3 albums that are at least 4 mics or better. I think Ghost's first 2 are 5s. I think Bulletproof is 4. I think The Pretty Tony was a 3.5. That's still, to me, a solid run when we're looking at other MCs who didn't even get the 4 albums. You know, if we're not talking about Nas, Jay, really, we can't even say Big. It's just Nas and Jay who have been able to put out countless albums and are still putting out albums at a solid level. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, EPMD is an anomaly.
Thank you for that.
We have to just do a whole EPMD. Have we done this EPMD salute show?
I think we have. Yes,
we have. Yeah. Okay, we did. I couldn't even remember because I'm like,
outliers. No, but we did.
You can't use outliers as an example. That's like when people say, well, Warren Buffett didn't buy Hermes belts and Jordans. That's why he's rich. No, that's not why he's rich.
Right. No, I agree 100%. So the EPMD thing is just amazing. Like they need to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame just because I don't know if anybody else does have that in hip hop, like solo, group, whatever, who can say our first 4 albums were 5 mic albums. If anybody says, I don't think they're all 5 mic albums, but if anybody says they are, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to debate you. I don't agree, but you could have a solid 5 mic run of back to back.
Daylight's up there. 3 feet high.
Daylight, I can't give it a Daylight just because I don't think Balloon is a 5 mic album. I thought it was good. I
don't go with the 5 mic.
Right. I know what you're saying.
Very thorough, solid albums. You know, for whatever you want to call that part of it. But anyway, I don't want to belabor the point.
But EPMD is that. So, Gage, I'm glad. I thought the show wouldn't start controversy. Who the fuck am I kidding on this panel? Of course we're going to start controversy. Of course we are. I'm like, it's going to be a nice family-friendly show. They're your favorites. How can people...
It's funny that you started the show by saying that.
Right, now you got to dip. I was like, Gadget, give us one more before you got to dip. I know you got to be off at 11. So, what's your last one?
My last one...
Drop the mic on
Dilated People.
Piss Porsche off and then just hang up.
my last one was Dilated Peoples.
Oh, great pick.
I loved Marathon. Pick. I love Neighborhood Watch, both done by The Alchemist. I love You Can't Hide, You Can't Run, and I love Back Again.
Great pick.
Favorite Dilated album has to be the album with Marathon on it. I think it was called Neighborhood Watch.
Neighborhood Watch. I will never understand why people do not like Dilated Peoples. I think they epitomize everything with hip hop. Alchemist with drums on the beats. I mean, I know Evidence, voice and flow maybe a little.
Say they don't like Rocka,
which is crazy because I think Our Science is crazy. You got Babu, who's one of the dopest. I mean, and I get it. If music speaks to us, all different. But I love Dilated Peoples. Love them to death. Again. Love them to death. So great pick, Gadget. Tell them where they can get at you. Rel, I don't know if y'all met before. Rel, Gadget, this is who I'm always telling you about who's going to do our cheesesteak show. He said, let's go. So we got to find a weekend.
Let's go.
I got a list of places in D.C. that got cheesesteaks. All 3 of us going to go try these shits, record it, and see what we think about.
Is this the guy that didn't like De La Sandro's?
No, not him. He loves that. Nah, this is my guy. Nah, this is like one of my best friends. Nah. And matter of fact, Gadget, when we do a Philly trip, we got to go to Mama's. Have you been to Mama's?
No.
Yo, I put him. Talk to him, Rel. Talk to him.
It's in Bella Kenwood. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like I gotta try John's roast pork.
Oh, please, dude.
Mama's is number 2 for me right now.
Mama's is number 2. I was so pissed. I was leaving Philly, drove all the way to South Philly, and John Roast Pork is on vacation. I'm like, these motherfuckers, man. I done drove all the way to South Philly. All right, Gadge, where can they get at you, bro?
Twitter, Scratch Magazine TV, Scratch Mag TV, or Digital Hustler, everywhere on all social media platforms.
All right, no doubt, bro.
for
Thank you
having
for
me on,
making
bro.
time, man. Nah,
I can't wait. I can't wait to see the responses next week. Can't wait.
hey, you know it's always gonna be some shit, man. You done pissed Porsche off, so we gonna piss a lot of people off with this one. So we good,
All right,
bro.
so
Good looking out, man. All right,
guys.
bro. Let's play catch up with you, good brother. What are some of your favorite joints, man?
So this was your favorite artist, five songs from your favorite artist, right?
Yeah, probably your favorite songs from probably your favorite artist. Yeah.
Wasn't out including Nas.
I was about to say he better be fair.
Well, because we want some type of anticipation. We know you got to say Nas, LL, Big.
Yeah, I got you. Right. Oh, I can't use LL.
No.
You can go ahead. Use one of them. Pick one.
Okay. No. I got Mobb Deep.
All right.
I got Mobb Deep. I got G.O.D. Part 3, the original Quiet Storm, Eye for an Eye. I got Burn, and I got Shook Ones Part 2. And my favorite Mobb album is funny. I think The Infamous is their best album, but I listen to Hell on Earth more. So Hell on Earth would be my personal favorite, even though I know The Infamous is a better album completely, but I really like Hell on Earth. I listen to that more. Just like Big, I listen to Life After Death more than I listen to Ready to Die, even though, it's just
right.
It's
funny, my man Nick put me on to the fact that Hell on Earth is really the first Havoc produced Mob album. Like Infamous got Tip in there, and but Hell on Earth is just Have in his bag from beginning to end. So I definitely understand that. Give us another one, because we gotta catch you up.
Ice Cube. Ice Cube, I got You Know How We Do It, Steady Mobbing, Stay True to the Game, Wicked, and It Was a Good Day.
All right. I'm not inviting any of you motherfuckers to my house, because y'all done just fucking say fuck my couch all day long, man.
You was on the list too?
No, Rel, it's funny.
We already know you love Cube.
Yeah,
we know these things.
Right,
We know you love LL. We know you love Nas. And it was like, go away from the regular ones. Okay, I'm gonna go Mob, and then I'm gonna go Cube. And it's like,
my bad.
No, I'm joking, man. Go wherever you want to go, bro. Go wherever you want to go.
I got Tribe. I got a Tribe Called Quest.
All right.
I have Electric Relaxation, Lyrics to Go, The Jazz, Get a Hold, and Check the Rhyme.
Get a Hold.
Oh, that's all mine.
Get a hold.
Get a hold.
Get a Hold is classic.
Yes.
Classic. And Midnight Marauders is my favorite Tribe album.
All right. No doubt. JR, I think you're up next, because Gadget started all the controversy with Porsche right then. So I think you're next, right?
I love those kind of conversations anyway.
Yeah, Porsche was like, stop it, y'all. When Porsche says stop it, it's fucking serious. It's like, stop it, y'all. Now y'all jumping out the window. I'm like, oh shit, Porsche in her bag tonight. That nigga said, nah. Oh yeah, So ain't nobody talking about no Ghostface got a good 5 album running again. I didn't agree with 5. I went with 3 and a 5. I went with 3 and a 5, but yeah, what you got up?
All right, I'm gonna go with Luther, because I'm gonna bring him up because of last episode. But
what did I say about Luther that last episode that pissed you off?
I didn't like how y'all did Freddie with it, because y'all tried to act like Luther blocked everybody, and that's not true.
I always just looked at Freddie as he was never bigger than Luther. So what I mean by blocked him, Freddie Jackson was bigger than Luther Vandross?
Especially on the R&B charts, yes. He was eating Luther up from 85 to 90. He was eating Luther up on the R&B charts for real.
Let's define the word eating up.
I'm talking about, yes, if you look at singles, Luther did not have #1 singles. Thinking about that for a second.
Okay, now you're the R&B guru, so I will fall back to a certain extent, but I'm just saying, do you think, not looking at singles, do you think Fredward Jackson was ever bigger than Luther Vandross? Do you think a Fredward Jackson album?
No, I never said that. Just because you switching my words, just like you.
No, I'm asking. I'm not switching your words. I'm just asking.
No,
what I mean.
He wasn't. As far as mainstream wise, no, he wasn't.
Right, but that's what I mean. But this is what I mean by we define things differently. Like, for instance, somebody may say, well, Kill, on paper, statistically, Embiid had a better year than LeBron. But he's not a bigger star than LeBron. That's how I was saying that I felt like with Jordan, y'all Knicks teams were on fire. If it wasn't for Jordan, you guys would have won a chip. The Pacers would have won a chip, but Jordan was in your way. Maybe one of those years, Reggie Miller had a better statistical year. That's how I look at album sales, and he had more #1 singles. To me, those are statistical things. So statistically, maybe he was quote unquote bigger than Luther, but Embiid could average a triple-double. He's not going to be bigger than LeBron. It's always going to be LeBron and the rest of them. So that's all I was saying, was that I felt, and again, I could be wrong, but I just felt that Luther, no one eclipsed Luther. If there was a Luther show and a Freddie show, Luther was going to sell out first. Not that Freddie wouldn't sell out, but that Luther was always going to be the #1. I don't care what Durant does. He's always #2 to LeBron. He just is. Even statistically, he could have a better year. He's still not going to be. LeBron is going to garner all the attention. He's going to garner a bigger payout than Kevin Durant. So even though statistically, Freddie Jackson may have been better than Luther, but do you think he was the bigger star? All I was talking about.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Luther had more of a machine behind him. Yeah, I get that. I just was just like the blocking thing. I was like, technically, Freddie wasn't blocked, so that's why I'm like, no.
Right. Well, and again, my definition of blocking is then you are the #1. You're the #1 seed. You're the #1 person. And Kevin Durant probably statistically had a better year than LeBron did last year, but you see LeBron just signed 2 years for $100 million.
But then another thing, Luther was out before Freddie, so you can go with that too. So Luther had.
Yeah, but I just wanted to let you know that that's how I was defining.
Okay.
Luther and everybody else.
Okay.
You know, everybody. You don't want to piss off the R&B guru. We gonna look at you in that tone.
No, I wasn't pissed off. I was just like, did they say he blocked him? I was like, but now that you explained it, cool.
Hey,
even
JR.
Huh?
Now somebody should block him.
Yeah, I know.
Did I send y'all his?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Block who? Freddie?
Freddie,
he should not be performing
anymore. Just throw the shoes up on the clothesline.
Yeah,
or whatever.
when it's time to let it go.
You know the sad part is, as entertainers, it's the gift and the curse. You're famous, everybody knows you, but you'll be singing these songs until you're dead in a grave somewhere. You know,
you don't sound right either.
So when you can't even sing no more. And again, that's if there's anything people watching at home, what I learned at 48 years old, it's a gift and curse with everything. It's a gift and a curse with everything. And for years, I used to thought it was a gift. Ooh, let me get a record deal. Let me do this. Let me make it to the NBA. Trust me, it's a gift and a curse being LeBron James. We could look at all the money and billionaire. It's a gift. It's a curse. So, hey, these entertainers look great. Like New Edition is still fucking performing Candy Girl. They've been performing that song since 1984, y'all. I would be so sick of Candy Girl, I would maybe fucking think of suicide before I go fucking have to perform Candy Girl. When you ever see that video? When you ever see that award show when Andre 3000 like, and here's Hey Y'all for the 400th fucking time? Like, he literally start off the show like, I gotta perform Hey again.
But
that's what Joe says about Only Human. He's like, they will not let me do, when he was touring, they were like, they would not let me do a set without Only Human because the fans want to hear it. He's like, I'm past that. I don't want to relive all that. And then they still want me to perform Only Human. And it's the gift and the curse. Like, people love me to bleed on wax, but then now you gotta bleed all the time. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
But it's like, but New Edition looked okay still performing. Freddie looked bad. Like, that's what that is. Like,
it was cringeworthy, bro. Embarrassing.
It was cringeworthy. Like, I mean, like, again, like Bobby should stop. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Somebody should get mad, but Bobby should stop. He's tired and don't want to do it. He need to chill. Honestly.
But the curse is you still need them checks.
Yeah.
That's the curse. I just seen Bobby got a reality show now. You still need those checks. You know what I mean? So again, it's the gift and the curse. But what are your Luther joints?
Okay, Luther. All right, my one is Wait for Love. So Amazing, Make Me a Believer, Don't You Know That, and Better Love.
Whew, Don't You Know That. Oh God, that Pete Rock, that's still one of my favorite Pete Rock, top 5 Pete Rock beats is that Got Me Waiting.
Got Me Waiting, yeah.
That samples that. Top 5.
What do y'all think about on the hip hop side when y'all hear So Amazing? I laugh every time I think about it.
Eric Sermon. So amazing, and I've been waiting. I'm going to suck it to a chat. You'll me the E double. You'll me and PMD like the Funky Fresh Trouble. Like that was the thing with Eric when he's singing off key too. Like yo, that was so. First time I heard So What You Saying, I was like, oh shit, like that's so dope. But yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And favorite Luther album?
The Night That I Fell in Love.
Boom. That's it right there, man.
Yep.
That's it.
The Night I Fell in Love. Yep. That will always be my favorite Luther.
Shout out to Marcus Miller.
Shout out to Marcus Miller across the board. We just was talking about last week about Michelle D and God, we just were talking about how and I'm like, I said it last week. Now I can't pronounce it.
Another language when I can say her name.
Yeah, with the joint off the Love Jones soundtrack with her and Marcus Miller. Come over.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
bad man for years. Yeah.
Very bad man. Portia, you got up next before we piss you off again.
No, I think you guys are okay. I got Pharaoh Monch. Pharaoh Monch is just, I mean, I don't need to say too much, which I love, but I will say my favorite joints from him are Simon Says, of course. I tried to not include Simon Says, but I just love the use of that Godzilla beat. It's crazy. It's crazy the way that
it's like one of those things where like how Burn was digging in the crates. I like to stay away from the singles, but sometimes the singles are just undeniable. And Simon Says is, I'll never forget the first time I heard it, and I was like, did this nigga just say rub on your titties? I think I have found my favorite hip-hop song ever in the history of hip-hop. This man just literally said, ladies, rub on your titties. Yeah, I said it. And then he gets even more. It's literally like, did this nigga just say rub on your titties? Yeah, I said it, rub on your titties. It was just like, I fucking love this man.
And it ends Boiler Room.
Listen, yeah, I mean, Simon Says goes without saying, and then of course Stray Bullet, When the Gun Draws and Damage, just the concept there. I love that it was spread across albums, so it wasn't all given at one time. It was sort of like, it was like a true trilogy of tracks. I absolutely, like, Pharaoh Monch is just unbelievable. And then, of course, Desire. And one of my favorite Monch quotables is, and I actually have it written, it says, still got it poppin' without artists and repertoire, because Monch is a monarch, only minus the A&R. Listen, this guy is unbelievable. He's unbelievable with the word use. You want a genius? Pharaoh Monch is an effing genius. Like, he is an alien. He's a Swiss Army knife. He's a genius. He's all of that. So Pharaoh Monch, I forever ever love him. Like, he is just absolutely amazing.
So I'm gonna throw one on her list. Go ahead, Portby.
And my favorite album from him, as much as I love Internal Affairs, I love Desire more. So Desire, and I know Kill, I think Desire is your favorite album from Monch too.
It literally goes back and forth. Or like I have to go back and watch old shows. 1 month is Desire, 1 month is Internal Affairs. Like 1 month. I mean, like they're all just incredible bodies of work. You know what I mean? Just one of the greatest to ever do it.
Ever do it. And if you're not big on Pharaoh, just go and just dive him, because honestly, it doesn't even stop at Internal Affairs and Desires. There's like PTSD. It just keeps going and going.
And we haven't even touched on his organized confusion.
And I was just about to say, and then you got organized confusion. Exactly. So
one of the, go ahead.
Are we gonna say, bro? No, you got
one of the best guest verses in hip hop history to me is Pharaoh on Fonte's We Go Off. This joker says, I send a stranger to rearrange your Range Rover Kia. In return to forever, I am chick's career. F chivalry, I will end the chick's career.
This guy, he's unbelievable.
It's a whole nother thing. The thing that I want to say this, because I think with Monch, I don't know. Like, here's one thing that I want to say about Black Thought that I'm so happy for, because he is now getting all those props because for years I would be telling people from going back to Illadelph, Things Fall Apart, Thought is nasty, and nobody was hearing it. I don't know. I actually now think Thought has the deep thinkers who are literally almost up there with Jay. Like, I think Thought can just breathe and people will be like, oh my God, do you hear his breath control, his inhales, his exhales? And that's dope. I'm just trying to figure out how that happened, because it doesn't happen for anybody else. Like all the people we just named last week about people who should deserve the props but don't get the props, like they'll probably never get their props. So what do y'all think it was the Funk Flex freestyle that did it for Thought?
That helped.
Because I felt like he literally went from, because keep in mind, I got a Source magazine down here somewhere where Pharaoh, Mos Def, and Black Thought were on the cover, and it was like the underground issue. You know what I mean? And Pharaoh is still underground. I mean, he don't even do anything, so whatever. But it's like I felt like Thought finally became known, and he went from being so underrated that I see people calling him the GOAT now. And we really don't ever see that before. Like, so, like, I don't think OC is ever going to get that love. I don't think Pharaoh is ever going to go from being this underrated MC to now everybody, he's the GOAT. I say something bad about Thought, the deep thinkers are coming, like the motherfucking Navy and the Barbies, like they coming. Like, I don't know, like, why. So I'm happy. I'm happy that Thought did it, but it's frustrating because I would love to see Monch get his flowers. I would love to see so many of these other MCs that were on the same level as Black Thought finally get their flowers. And I don't know how, because I can't think of another MC who for years was slept on. And then it's just like overnight, like after Funkmaster Flex, it was like, he's the greatest ever. I remember thinking, yo, the Roots are on Jimmy Fallon. They're in front of white folk every night. They're in front of 20 million viewers. Man, they're going to finally go platinum. Still not selling no records. You know what I mean? But Thought is the man now. So all that to just say, I just wish Pharaoh could get that, because I feel like he deserves that love right along with Thought, to be on that pedestal of now people calling him the GOAT MC ever. So I wish it would happen. Next up for me, I'm going to go with Conway. The songs are going to be Trump, which is off GOAT. Rodney Little, which is off GOAT. St. Regis, I don't know where St. Regis is off of. I think it was like a mixtape, Lucy. Rex Ryan with Westside Gunn and Rock Marciano on Rejects 2, and ODB on Everybody's Food. Again, like Portia said, you heard me say GOAT 3 times, so the favorite album is GOAT. The next R&B person I will go with is Toni Braxton. I do not think Toni gets the love she deserved. If I could work with any female singer, not based off of, oh, I want to work with Beyonce so I can sell 8 million records, it would be Toni Braxton. I think Toni has one of the most incredible voices. I think she has one of the most, rare voices, because what is she singing in, JR or Vern? Y'all speak that music shit. Or anybody.
You guys speak music. You guys speak music.
I was about to say, I apologize for anybody. I'm not doing a Vern, and I'm just talking to them too. Does anybody? It's Anita Baker's like the key. It's like soprano, alto. I don't know those. Yeah, the bottom, whatever the bottom register.
Bottom register. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever that is, but I just think Toni's amazing. Favorite songs, of course, How Many Ways. Love that joint. Hands Tied is off of one of her recent albums. That's very dope. Breathe Again, of course. Pulse, which is off another one of her albums. And I love the concept behind Pulse. Is just saying, like, she's in a relationship, or, we going to stay together, or we going to end. I'm just looking for a pulse. I'm just trying to see if we're still alive. Dope concept. And a joint nobody is ever going to talk about, Let Me Show You the Way, which is off, I think, her third album, which was produced by No ID. And this is back when No ID was produced for Common. And nobody outside, if you wasn't a Common fan, you didn't know who No ID was. I always will be capping for No ID, like, yo, he's so slept on. He's so, you need to get up on No ID. And he did this banger. Use the impressions, JR. I don't know if you ever heard it, but Google Let Me Show You by Toni Braxton. He killed that impression sample. So yeah, that's
talking about wait, let me show you the way out. Yeah. On what is that? Oh shit.
It's a third album. Whichever one he wasn't man enough for me, that joint.
No, it wasn't.
No, that was the second album?
It was on More Than a Woman.
More Than a Woman. There you go.
Yeah.
So everybody check that out, because No ID killed that beat. It's great, and it's funny that I was just talking about Thought. No ID went from being a slept-on producer to everybody knowing him, but that's because he got with Jay-Z. Like, it's a very, I can show you the correlation. Like, this nigga went from just working the Common to doing 444, and that's a wrap. So
he plugged into the machine.
Yeah. Bro, what you got up next, bro?
I'm gonna go with solo Q-Tip stuff.
Okay.
With Tribe or with, or by himself. Footprints is the song that made me want to be a rapper off of People Instinctive. Verses from the Abstract, Vinny and Mahika was singing to me on the low end series. Suck a Nigga on Midnight Marauders. I love that Red Clay sample. Fun fact, we used that sample before Tribe, but y'all never heard of us, so.
Right.
Let's Ride off of Amplified.
Ooh.
I love that boy. That's Dilla, right?
Dilla.
Yeah. He put his foot
Way
in
that shit set off with them drums.
Yes. He put his foot in that. And then Toronto Math, I'm gonna do Official and Life is Better off of the Renaissance. Official got so much bounce to it, man.
Oh yeah.
Bruh, I mean, you feel better after you hear that song, man.
Yeah.
You want to help an old lady across the street or something.
What's your favorite Tip album?
Well, shoot, that's easy. Amplify. I mean, not the Renaissance. My bad. Get me behind me.
We were just talking about Amplified. We were just JR. You was on that show when we talked about Amplified. And I was like, and I want everybody to see when Vern said Amplified. I'm like, whoa, back that up. So again. I've never seen anybody cat for Amplified like that. This nigga was like, "Oh, Satan, get behind me." When you tell Satan get behind you, nigga, you're not capping for no album, okay? So
now the Renaissance is
oh yeah, that's it.
Thorough.
That's
I mean, put it on and just let it ride, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Eddie, what you got up next?
This joint right here, like,
yes,
as we saw. The sun just fell.
Hand up.
Anyway. I'll fix that later. I'm going with Elzai, man.
Oh, I figured he was in with that.
Elzai, one of my favorite. I mean, I think he was in Slum Village like after Dilla left. So that I think it was the Trinity album. I mean, I think he had some stuff out, but I want to say like that's pretty much when I first like started hearing him, on them joints, right? But most of the stuff I have on my list is solo stuff. So I got Fire. So the version of Fire I got, it was on Europass. So his debut album was the Preface. So I had a version of Fire that had it had a feature on it. I think I forgot who was on, but this one it was a total solo joint with just Elzai rapping all the verses. So if you think of like Quiet Storm, right? So you had the Quiet Storm version with just P rapping all the version, and you had the remix with featuring Lil Kim and all that. And so this is like that. So then I got joint Talking in My Sleep, which is it's dope. It's like Elzai got some crazy concepts. Like, so Talking in My Sleep is like him, like he's dreaming, but he's kind of talking through it. And the way he executes that concept is just really, really dope. Another concept joint, 216s. So it's like 216, so 2 16-bar verses, but also talking about 2 16-year-olds, like tying in the story from 2 different perspectives on the first verse and the second verse. So real crazy joint. Cuffin Season, that was off of the Jericho Jackson joint that he did with Crisis, which also kind of ties in with the concept, because the whole Cuffin Season, right, has different meanings, right? So like the ladies cuffing season, like, you know, getting married, or cuffing season, you know, talk about getting cuffed by the police, you know what I'm saying? So all these different, and then I got the joint Potential, that was off of the 7 times up, 8 times, or 7 times down, 8 times up joint. So yeah, those would be my 5. And I mean, I didn't name Motel 25. I mean, I feel like, you know, that joint gets a lot of love. That was him and Royce. But you know, that's my add-on there.
What's your favorite Elzhi album?
My favorite Elzhi album, I keep going back to that Europass. You know, I think that recently got released on streaming. But it, like I said it before, it has a lot of the same joints on his debut, but then different versions and a whole different order and track list, and it has some other songs.
Okay.
So for me, it flows way better. And I've actually heard that joint before I heard the preface, so I kind of attached to it a little bit more.
All right, no doubt. Bro, what you got up, bro?
Can I do Benny Siegel? Is that fair?
Yeah.
All right.
Cause I've never heard you say Benny Siegel. That's not one of your go-tos.
All right, I got Beans, and I got
I love when Rel talks about Beans. He's the biggest Beans fan, and I love it.
I got Get Down. I got
God damn.
Yeah, Get Down.
Here's the problem with Beans. With each one, there's so many quotables. He said, "Line up stick-up cards with 10 stickers." Something wrong, Reverend. Oh my God. The Get Down is just crazy.
Get Down's crazy. I got The Truth.
What do you say? Throw dirty. What do you say? Throw bullets to you, dirty birds like McNabb or something like. Oh God, there's so many quotables.
Dirty birds like McNabb. Yeah. He went crazy on that. I got The Truth. I got Tales of a Hustler Part 2. Oskino went crazy on that one, but Tales of a Hustler Part 2, Dead Man Walking, and I got Feel It in the Air. And my favorite Beans album is Becoming.
Yes.
I think
5 mics.
I think the Becoming's 5 mics. I don't have no skips on that drum. Not one.
Me neither.
Bro, even him over a Neptune beat, he killed that. You know what I mean? With Snoop during the hook. Because I seen that, I was like, the Neptunes with Snoop? Oh, this is going to be whack. That nigga said, I keep more shootings on my bit. Like, we say like Dallas. Like, God, my I'm sorry, y'all. My brain is just screwed this week. But I'm like,
it's all good, Kill. There's lyric sites out there.
He said about keep short to the point like Nash is. You fucking with it sad. He said something like shootings on Dallas, short to the point like Nash is. The joint with God, I just got full because I'm not, and it's still sticking out because I was just playing it the other day. Purple Rain with Bun B.
Purple Rain, yeah.
And Change Bread of Butter with Pooh Bah.
I gotta have it with Petey Crack.
It's on with Jay-Z. I think he bodied Jay on that shit.
Yeah.
I Can't Go On This Way, man. Come on. One Shot Deal with Redman. Oh man, this whole crazy 5 mic album right there.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, Gerald, what you got
in the Air sets off the album. If you haven't heard it, please go listen, people. I
always tell people, not like Fife said, not now, but right now.
Right now, yeah, exactly.
Somebody told me today, like, yo, should I watch Breaking Bad? Not now, right now. Leave work right now and go home and start watching Breaking Bad. Watch that right now.
Who produced Feel It in the Air?
Heavy D. Yes.
Heavy D.
Yeah.
Feel It in the Air. Feel It in the Air is the only hip hop song, even like above Troy, where if somebody
wait, what?
No.
Let her finish.
Feel It in the Air. If I'm listening to that and someone talks in the middle of it or calls me in the middle of it, I will just start it from the beginning. I don't care if it's 2 seconds before the end. I
thought you was going to say it's better than Troy. I was about to say,
it's not better than Troy.
Whoa, don't jump out the window.
Yeah, don't jump out the window, Kill. It's not better than Troy, but every single time that song needs to play literally all the way through for me.
And the video was dope as hell too.
Everything about it is just amazing.
But how good of a job did he do describing what he was talking about and filling the air like that.
It's
That
incredible,
whole
bro.
trail and all that. Like he
Everything.
was very descriptive with that, man. It was.
And again, what I love about that song is it shows you Bean's skills, because not too many MCs would have been able to rhyme over that beat.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's slow. It's and to take a beat that slow and say things that insightful over,
Oh.
everybody loves
He
it.
says,
It's
I
a
love
lot
when
of.
he says, "I'm not the captain of the yacht, but I'm on the boat."
On the boat, yeah.
Like, man,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
you're the captain, bro. You're the captain. Don't worry, we got you. You're the captain.
Yo, that's
Anyways.
dope. Yeah, Beans is a Broad Street bully right there, bro. Perfect nickname in hip hop. JR, what you got up next?
Oh shit. Where am I going with? I'm gonna say the OJ.
Okay.
We was talking about this.
We take it back to 1968, brother. Let's go.
No, not that far.
Dr. King just got shot. What else is going on?
I was like, still, not
Asshole.
Black neighborhoods are burning down at an alarming rate.
Y'all some assholes.
Like, let me tell you what it was about. When I was at the March on Washington and I was talking to Eddie, and Eddie was saying he was going to do this new song for the love of money because, you know, we got to
Well,
get
that
away
is
from
one of
money.
my songs, so good.
There you go, bro.
Yeah, the love of money because of Anthony Jackson and that damn bass. That how it comes in, like dun, 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 like yo, like they had to put him on the writer's credit. You know what I'm saying? When you put people on the writer's credit, then hi Pharrell, what's up? But
Shots.
my next one is You Got Your Hooks in Me. Y'all know that. I got that joint on my wall right there. Yeah. Put Your Hands Together, Living for the Weekend, and Time to Get Down. Time to Get Down, I will always smile at that record. R.I.P. to my grandma. She loved that. She loved me and my mom dancing to it. So, and she's the one that recorded that video that I put of me and her dancing to it. So, Time to Get Down.
All OJ still alive?
Well, William died in '76 because he died of cancer. You know, Eddie's not doing too good. He has COVID
right
pneumonia.
You said COVID pneumonia?
Yep.
I didn't even know
Wasn't at the
COVID
show.
pneumonia was a thing.
Yeah, like it got in his lungs and he can't even like breathe right. Like he's still in the
Wow.
hospital right now. So like when I went to the concert with that, he wasn't there. Then when they was at R-Fram in Baltimore like a month ago, he wasn't at that one. So I don't know, but yeah, keep praying for Eddie. But yeah, the OJ's for sure. And my favorite album is Ship Ahoy.
There you go. All right, Porsche, what you got for your last joint, sis?
You know, it's a singer, and I am so happy to be like kind of signing off on this one because it's Whitney Houston. I absolutely love her. I definitely don't talk about her enough for the amount that I love the way she sings and all of her songs and her albums and just what I think of her. Like I just love her. My favorite tracks from her, again, she's also like a Sade. Like she's got a plethora of songs that you could choose from, and it would be, you know, like it just doesn't scratch the surface. But my 5 are I Learned from the Best, I Want to Dance with Somebody, Exhale, How Will I Know, and Can I Have This Kiss Forever.
Come on, boys!
Right?
Bro, JR, a song called Can I Have This Kiss Forever? Porsche loved that song, which she read the title. She ain't even hear the song. She ain't heard the song. She just looked at the album, was like, oh, Kiss It. Oh,
No,
that's it.
listen,
That's my favorite.
That song is so dope, and people don't even talk about it. Like
Listen,
that song
that
is
song
dope.
literally melts my heart every
Yes,
single time I
yo.
hear it. It is
Wow, nobody talks about
And-
that, and I
and
talked
here's
about
the
that
thing.
on our live. Wow.
Oh, I love it. I love it, JR.
Mhm.
But for me, it's just Whitney's range. It's just if you listen to all of these tracks, like one after another, you'll see how different they all are from each other, tempo-wise, just the vocals that she needs. But then the strength is always there, and her powerhouse, like just presence is always there. Even though like Exhale is such a low, sort of a mellow, very kind of chill track compared to something like I Want to Dance with Somebody. you know. But she nails it every single time, and I love her, and I miss her, and I just. Yeah, the world has this giant void because she's not in it. So, yeah. Wait.
Hey, JR, who produced You Give Good Love?
Kashif.
Ooh. Yeah. I should have known that. Yeah.
Here's the thing, because y'all know I don't pay attention to lyrics. You know I was like a month old, a year. I done fucked up the whole saying. Fuck it. I'll just say I was today years old. Whatever the fuck.
I just found out.
Whatever the hell. This is me trying to be cool. I don't fucking keep up with the new sayings. Let me just stay in my old ass lane. I just found out. Like, that's the old school way. We wasn't like I'm today years old. I just found out that giving all my love to you, this chick is creeping.
You got your family and they need you there.
Oh, you talking about saving all my love for you?
Yeah, I'm just going with saving. I'm just looking at the title like saving all my love. This shit is background music. I didn't rock with Whitney like that, so it was just background music. And I would be same way people be. My mom used to be like, yo, people always want me to play Reasons at a wedding, and it's like,
right,
you know that this song is about cheating, and they don't. Like, that's been she's had to tell people that numerous times. I think one person like, I don't even give a fuck, just play it. That's our song. Like, and it's like, cool. Like, you know, like FYI, you do know this song is about creeping type thing. So yeah. All right. My last joints, I'm going with Ghostface, like Gadget did. I'm going with Nutmeg off Supreme Clientele, Run off the Pretty Tony album, Shaky Dog off of Fish Scale, Fish off of Iron Man, Motherless Child off of Iron Man, and my favorite album is Supreme Clientele. And on the R&B front, I'm going with D'Angelo, Lady Brown off Brown Sugar, One More Again off of Voodoo, Untitled off of Voodoo, Vern, this is coming back to you, She's Always in My Hair off the Scream 2 soundtrack when he covered the Prince joint. And Ain't That Easy off Black Messiah. I love Ain't That Easy. I can listen to that forever.
Yeah.
And then my favorite album is Voodoo. So that's it for me. Vern, what you got for your last joint?
All right, I'm gonna go one R&B, one hip hop. Outkast, Southern Playalistic song, Mighty O.
Slept on. Off Idlewild.
Idlewild.
People sleep on Idlewild.
That album is very good, bro.
Yes, it is.
That album is very good. Morris Brown.
Hollywood Divorce.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Morris Brown.
Yes,
in your dreams, man. Janelle was floating. Killer Mike was floating.
The joint about the fear of clocks. What was that?
Yeah.
Something phobia.
Acrophobia. Yeah, whatever that
something.
is. Yeah.
Yo, it's a very slept on album. It's a very slept on album.
So Morris Brown and Mighty O off of Outer Wild. Bombs Over Baghdad. When I hear the intro, like goosebumps still come on my arm. The Whole World off of Big Boy Andre Presents.
Yep.
Elevators, that's an obvious choice. And then my Toronto Math, I'm gonna go with Ghetto Music. My favorite Outkast album always and will forever be Southern Playlist, because it's the introduction to him. All right, Alexandria Isley.
Oh, I didn't pick her because I knew you was gonna pick her. That's why I pick her. Nope.
Yeah. All right. I mean, she's got
her songs.
Oh, yeah, basically two her EPs that introduced me to her, Dreams and Analog, and what's the other one, JR?
You talking about Love and Art Memoir?
Love and Art Memoir. I ain't picked none off of those, but just go listen to both of those. I think my favorite Alex Isley song is "Think of Me." Her and Jack Dine, man, that's just like
you better learn. Yes. I
mean, when you play it, you got to play it like 3 or 4 times in a row. Into Orbit is off of one of the. I think that's off of Love Art Memoirs. Just the Into Orbit seems to me like she channeled her dad and her uncle's sensuality and brought it into modern times.
Ooh.
Cause that song is sensual.
Ooh. I never thought about that, but I can see it. See it. What?
Yo, Bird done said that's always sensual like 5 times. That shit is sensual. That is sensual, y'all.
Did I mention it was sensual? But
It is sensual.
all right.
And then it goes to Set in Stone. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you saw. See, you my brother, because that's
Oh
my
God.
That's my
Again,
joint.
the rest of us are all left out. Porsche, you want popcorn? Bro, what you doing tonight? Eddie,
That's
you
y'all
good?
fault.
Eddie, you
No,
good?
well, no, too.
Nah, I love Alex Osborne.
No, I know
Yeah.
you are, but you know that's just them right now. I got them right
No,
on.
they
top.
know they- yeah, they made
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still mad though, man. She's coming here. Her ticket sold out in a day.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
I couldn't get nothing out here either.
yeah. I'm trying to see if my man got to hook up, at least get me in and just stand up somewhere. But La Brea, that song, like, it's inspirational. It tells a story. It's just dope. Then Everest, that's another. If you're trying to get motivated, like, it's to the top of Everest, you know. She said one time, I never thought that I would be telling my story like this. I had ideas about how life would be, but this is so much better, you know. And then by the end of the song, she says, I found a brand new mountain higher than my estimate, and I'll keep on climbing. Everest won't see me again. So she got to Everest, and now she's going higher. That's one of them. Let's go. Kill, you got 7 jobs. You need to get 9, man. You know, so just keep going. And then String of Pearls. All right, I ain't gonna cry.
All right. I know I'm not good at math. Are we up to like the 19th song?
No, that's fine. That's just 5 songs.
That's fine.
I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like, we're going about Alex for about 20 minutes now.
I knew that.
That's just 5 songs. So String of Pearls is an ode to her mom. So I always play it on Mother's Day. But you know, my grandmother just passed, and I spoke at a service, and I just spoke all the words to the song, you know, to the family. That's man, dope. And it's So Alice Isley, yeah.
That's dope. You made me pull this joint out, Vern, because I couldn't remember the name of the joint, but Moving Cool.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God, I love that joint.
Yeah. And it's crazy. That was on Idlewild.
Yeah, it's in Idlewild.
In Idlewild, yeah.
And I forgot to pull it out. This is just the memories of Outkast. Just like when they're going through each CD and what they look like, and just everything is just like, yo, Outkast is just crazy. And you see how old this is. Andre had a order form for you to order his paint, and I don't believe I did not order. You know how old this is? You got to have an order form, like, you know. And his paints were only like $65. I'm like, yo, how the fuck did I not order a 3,000 paint? And I wonder if I sent money in now, what would happen?
Going back to Moving Cool, shout out to Joy. She freaked
so slept on. So
yes,
slept
sir.
on.
Yes, sir.
She so is.
She was just here this week, man.
You said you saw her this week?
No, she was just here this week. I get to see her, yeah.
Oh my God, yo, her 2 songs with Sleepy Brown. You talk about sensual. My God,
that's her.
Yeah, that's her.
Yo.
She got that fan in the window, you know, wood panel, incense.
Bruh.
Man, that joint, I'm So Famous. Oh my gosh, oof. Yeah.
She's got a joint with Sleepy called Ho Ho Hum, which is so crazy. And then I'm trying to find this other joint that she's got with Sleepy. It's Ho Ho Hum and Lick. Oh my God.
Oh, Lick. That's a
nigga, you talk about sensual.
Millie
yes.
Yeah. Eddie, what you got for your last joints, bro?
All right. I did a change of direction because I wanted to talk about someone who I don't feel like we talk about enough on this, and you know, it's a legend, you know, in my opinion. I think in many opinions, but all right, I'm gonna just get on with it. So it's Busta Rhymes. Yeah, I don't feel like he gets talked about enough. So I'm gonna go with a few joints off his first album. Everything Remains Raw. Ill Vibe with Q-Tip, Still Shining. I'm gonna go with Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. I'm gonna go with Break Your Neck, and bonus track. I'm gonna do For the Nasty joint with Q-Tip. Like my thing, like Busta has joints. I mean, and my album will be his debut of The Coming. My thing with
hold that thought for 1 sec. Porsche guy, I know you gotta get ready to run, Porsche.
Yeah, sorry guys. I gotta go.
Did you have any other joints? Or you were tapped out?
No, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
But it was so good to see everyone.
Right. Where can they get at you to perform Troy in French? Like, you can't leave niggas hanging. So
oh my gosh.
Where can they get
Twitter,
at you?
On Twitter at Cherchez La Porsche, and please leave CL's lyrics alone. I don't want them in French. Don't do that.
Wait a second. A nigga couldn't get a date if he took the time to learn Troy in French. Not even a date.
Listen, maybe a conversation on the TL.
Okay. Well, God damn.
On the TL.
I got to learn a whole other language.
Yep. In Gen Pop, not in the DM. In the Gen Pop.
Hey, you saw old boy after you blocked him, he was ready to send you all the break beats for free just to get unblocked. So,
oh my goodness.
I don't even. I blocked that dude two tweets in. I don't know what was going on. But
here's the wild part. Hey, you don't know hip hop, you don't own these breaks. I'll sell them to you. You get blocked. Hey, I'll give you these hip hop breaks if you unblock me. Like,
crazy.
I'm not ass.
If you didn't climb Mount Hip Hoppiness to get your records from Kurt Cool Herc, then you're not hip hop.
There you go. And Twitter Spaces, just make sure Twitter Spaces Tuesdays, 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:15 p.m. Pacific Time, and it's always a dope show.
Me and Porsche got some dope ideas coming up, man. Like we're having every week be a different kind of show, and Porsche is about to be the judge on the show.
Okay.
And no biasness, Porsche. It's about who presents the best argument.
Right. Okay, sounds good. Take care, guys.
Porsche, have a good night, y'all.
Bye.
My fault, Eddie. Finish up with Bust.
All right. Yo, so my thing with Bust is, I feel like he's a legend. Some people may debate it because his catalog, whatever, but I mean, you talk about what he did with Leaders in New School, his connection with Tribe, you know what I'm saying, his albums, like his features, all of that, you know what I mean? And he's had longevity, right? If you look at his feature, like even his more recent feature runs, you know what I mean? Like he grew like a whole new fan base, right? I think a lot of his more recent albums, like I liked the new Extinction Level Event 2, right? I felt like it was way too long, but I liked it. I feel like with a lot of his more recent albums before that, he's working with a lot of artists, like, a lot of artists I didn't care for. So I think a lot of those features and maybe those, people he had singing the hooks for him and all that stuff kind of killed a lot of them joints for me. I feel like a lot of his albums, if he kind of cut it down, he had a lot of 20, 30 song albums out there, man. Like if he cut them joints down, like he could have had his catalog would have looked a lot better historically, like looking back, you know what I mean? But
the last one he put out had like 28 songs, and then he put out an extended version of it. Like, nigga, it was already we up to 33 for the extended version. Like, bro, like how is this not a double album?
Right.
We're almost teetering on a triple album if you got 33 songs. Like, so I agree with you, but again, I don't know anybody who could be over 45 who doesn't think Bust is a legend. You know what I mean?
And he's a 101, man. Like he came in with his own style, kept that style. I mean, he made some tweaks and modifications, man, but he's a 101, man.
He's very diverse. What's the word I'm trying to use? He can do many different styles. I can't think of the multifaceted, I guess. Yeah.
The genius left the show, so we got no idea what our words mean anymore. But
right. I mean, he did joints with Janet Jackson. I mean, he did songs for the ladies. He did party joints. He did he had his phase. Like, I mean, he hooked up with Dre, and he turned into a gangster rapper real quick. You know what I mean? So
hell, even that Busta album he did with Aftermath was crazy to me. What was that?
Right, that's what I'm talking about with Dre. Yeah, the Big Bang. The
Big Bang. Yeah, I love that joint.
Yeah, he killed that Chris Brown feature.
And not to mention that joint he did with Tip over the.
Oh my goodness, the dragon, yes.
Yeah, the dragon joint. Yeah,
destroyed that joint. He destroyed that joint. All right, what's your favorite Busta album?
I think his debut, The Coming. I think that album, like people say Busta doesn't have a classic. You know, to me, that's his, like, I consider it a classic. You know, I know that's not the popular opinion, but, you know, the production on that, like all them joints, man, like he got some ill Dilla beats, you know what I mean? His work with Knots, impeccable, you know what I mean? I think that's a classic.
All right, no doubt, bro. Who you got up for your last joint, bro?
I got Benny the Butcher. I got Crowns for Kings, 18-wheeler, Sunday School, Legend, and Johnny P's Caddy. 5. And Plugs I Met is my favorite Benny joint.
Sunday School with 38 Special.
38 Special.
Niggas say they want gunplay, cool, but them niggas don't really want to go there. It's like Sunday School, man. Listen, man.
Yeah. I really like grown to like really be a big fan of Benny. You know what I'm saying? He's like my favorite person out of Griselda. So yeah, I went with him, man. I messed with him heavy.
No doubt. JR, what you ended us off with tonight, good brother?
Donnie. I'm gonna end it with Donnie. Giving Up, Love. I Believe in Music. Thank You, Master. And I'm gonna say this, and it's probably gonna be like people gonna be bugging, but I love his What's Going On better than Marvin's.
I didn't even know he did a version of What's Going On.
Man, you just reminded me of something.
On his live album. On live.
He did it first. Oh no,
no. Marvin did it, but he redid it on his live album that he got. And I love his version, but I listen to his more than I do Marvin's. That's how much I love it. So yeah.
All right. Favorite Donnie album?
The second one, the self-titled. I like that because I feel like it shows more of his voice rather than, he was the guy he was the instrument guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the artistic dude. But I think the second one showed more of his vocals, and that's what I love about Donnie is his vocal ability and how he emotionally attacked the song. So the self-titled 71 album is my favorite.
All right, now tell me this, because I want to hold this, because I know we had 2.5 hours. But tell me this, JR, because one show you were saying how Stevie was in front of Donnie, right? Mm-hmm. I guess so Donnie didn't even have anywhere, like kind of like how I was like Luther was ahead of Freddie, so Donnie never even had any good like he didn't have any hits or anything like that because Stevie was in the way. Okay,
it wasn't just that he was on. He was on Atlantic, but he was on a smaller label and like that. And then again, like you said, you had Marvin and Stevie getting a lot of the push. You know what I mean? So
Donnie was like Pharaoh Munch, man.
Okay. With that, I don't know.
In a sense of they're more popular.
Yeah, I was like, hey,
no, hold on. I say in a sense of he was stupid though, but he wasn't pushed like out there.
Okay.
Like the machine kind of.
Yeah.
Like I'll put it this way: Donnie is probably your favorite singer's favorite singer.
That part. Yep, that's it. And people only know him his hit with Roberta more than his solo stuff. They know they know more of his with him and Roberta rather than him.
I'm gonna tell y'all this, please. When y'all talk about Donnie on Twitter, spell his name Dony, because Layla be pissed off. She sung about it at the last concert.
They do, and I be going at people. I be like, "Can you spell? Like, what's wrong with you?"
Come on, y'all. This is Twitter. Come on. Okay.
You got a lot of nerve.
What? What?
The way you be back and forth with people, and this is
no. I'm talking about. People can't spell. I've been working with kids for 22 years. The kid who I had was 10. That nigga is now what, 34? That means that we dealing with the whole No Child Left Behind era kids over here on Twitter.
But here's the thing. All right, so if you know about that,
then
you got his song on your phone. So they list the spelling
They do. So I don't get it. I don't even.
32. I said 34. I meant the kid's 32.
I let you ride, but
okay. It's been a bad week, y'all. It's been a bad week. I can't do much right now. So 32. Yeah. So a lot of these people are not reading. Is not fundamental. People read. It's not comprehending what people are reading because I get how words can get lost in an argument. You thought I said or you heard it. It's written down. That's the part. I'm always confused at how what I'm saying is written. You know, but I always tell people they Family Feud me. You know how it is on Family Feud. The top 5 answers were, "What is your beep?" It's like you ain't even let them finish the word. Like y'all stop Family Feud me and let me actually finish my whole sentence before you hit the buzzer. Can I get whatever like that? Yeah, let them know where they can get at you at, good brother.
Junior's World of Soul, the R&B reps on Twitter, the R&B representatives on Instagram. When this comes out, we got a dope episode where we're talking to 2 people talking about Talking Book by Stevie. So that's gonna be a dope, and they picking album tracks, which is amazing. Oh, it's a beanie T.
I knew you. I was gonna ask you.
Her and this kid. He's 21 and he knows he's
you.
Ridiculous.
From the same planet.
Basically, yeah. Okay. I give y'all that. Yeah, I'll take it. The dude know, and he picked Maybe Your Baby, and a beanie picked Blame It on the Sun. So
Mabinti.
Mabinti, yeah, I'm sorry.
This nigga, he said Mabinti. I said no, Mabinti. He said, yeah, that's why I said
Mabinti. Oh, okay.
Mabinti.
Mabinti. Okay, yeah. So that's
everybody, it's so funny. Growing up, nobody could pronounce my name. So when I first moved on my block in '84, people would be like, "Yo, Rockamon, yo, Rockamon." So my man's mother called me Rockamon for like the past 30 years. I was like, "Miss Roy, you know what? My name is actually Rahman," and she's like, "Oh yeah, okay, thank you, Rockamon." And I'm like, you know what? 30 years too late. I should have corrected you in 1984, but I just let the shit ride, and now me trying to correct you is.
Hey, where can we see that interview, JR, that you did today or whatever?
You talking about the one that they sending me the audio this weekend, so I'm gonna get it, and then I'll send it to y'all.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. No doubt. So, JR, where can they get at you? Did I do that already?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Rel, where can they get at you, good brother?
Uptown Rel 215 on Instagram, JBen215 on Twitter.
All right, no doubt. Eddie, where can I get at you, good brother?
Eddie D80 on Twitter, Freestyles on Instagram.
All right, Vern, the closer. Where can they get at you?
At V the Lone Closer on Instagram and V Chandler 10 on Twitter.
All right, and you already know this with me, Kill 889 Twitter, IG. Me and Vern still have out I Don't Mind right now, so check that out. It's Griot.
Not me.
But I'm sorry, West Coast Vern. So Griot, VRN.bandcamp.com. Again, if you enjoy it, cop a copy. Streaming is cool, but if you really want to support, definitely tap in and download a copy. We definitely appreciate it. I will get with y'all next week, good peoples.
All right.